I feel like my heart is being touched by Christ. It's the average.
Less nervous.
Yes,
Less nervous.
much less. Yes,
Less nervous.
much less.
You had special feelings.
I feel like my heart is being touched by Christ. Yes,
Less nervous.
much less.
Special.
I feel like my heart is being touched by Christ.
Hello, we're back. Right, I've got to sort the green screen out. I forgot about the green screen. There we go. Look at that. We're here. The Shrine game is on. Welcome to the show. I wasn't expecting to do a live stream today, and then I thought it would be really cool when the Senior Bowl kicks off to have a really polished, presentable, really streamlined live stream that goes over all the prospects. And I thought, what better way to test if you guys would be interested in that than to host a live stream. I miss the post games, I miss the pre games, I miss having a laugh with you guys. So do you know what? It's a Saturday afternoon. We've got some beers, we've got roster sheets, we've got highlighters. The game's on NFL Network. If you can't get a stream, I'm sure you can just go to Reddit and there'll be some dodgy one somewhere. So today we're just going to be sitting down, looking at the Shrine Bowl, examining the prospects, and hopefully taking a look at some future Philadelphia Eagles. And there are some big names in it as well. We know the Eagles typically have a strong presence here. If you look at names like Avonte Maddox, who was the most recent Pitt DB to be picked out of the Shrine Bowl, he's now with the Eagles. Brandon Brooks is another name that springs to mind. This is typically a really good platform for younger players who maybe don't have the kind of reputation of the star-stricken players in the college ranks. So it's a nice platform to see them come through. Hopefully see what they're made of, and we'll find some new players along the way that the Eagles could be interested in. Now, down the left and the right, depending which way my fingers go here, we do have some intriguing options which I think could interest the Eagles. If you've been around the channel long enough, you will know those players. I've done a video on them. Some of them are new names. I know Dele Harding is a new one. Jawan Johnson out of Oregon, formerly at Penn State, obviously a new one. And there are some big names I think really worth watching it. Elijah Riley, for instance, is a very underrated, very scrappy young cornerback. You will know that I've got a slight little cornerback crush on Neville Clark out of UCF, as I normally do with UCF prospects. But guys, I want this to be interactive. All right, let me know in the live chat the players you're watching, so I can highlight them on my roster sheets, so we can make some notes and together just enjoy an afternoon of football. Because you know what, college football's come to a close. The Eagles are out of the playoffs. Let's all rally together, bring the community in, and hopefully have some fun. So don't forget to just light up that chat for me. Let's see how we go. And have a bit of fun on a Friday afternoon. It's the 95th Shrine Bowl, apparently, which I didn't realise. That's 95 years of this. That's a long time. And it's about to kick off. They say it's 1 p.m. Eastern. It's typically a few minutes after that. Now, for some reason, there's either no one in the chat or there's no chat on my computer, so I need to fix that ideally. But yeah, again, if you are in the chat, guys, make sure you say hello. Geordie's here. Chris Fink, the ND receiver. Right, let's get him marked up. There he is. He'll be wearing number 10, Geordie, all right? So take a look for him. So number 10, we'll get him all marked up here for you. There we go. Right, that's all marked on. So we've got our first player to watch. Now, obviously, I've got the 10, either side of the screen. There are a few others as well. There's a really nice defensive end coming out of North Dakota State, which obviously everyone's going to associate with Carson, but I think he could be, from what I've seen, it's one of those things in the FCS where you clearly see them playing a level much above where they are. Like they clearly should. They had the talent to go further. Whereas some of the other guys in that conference don't. Definitely looking at Riley and Jake. Yeah, I think Johnson, for me, is going to be an intriguing name. And I think he could fit a big slot mold for the Eagles. And that's something that they tried to get last year. They've tried it for a few years now. I mean, a lot of their pre-draft meetings, even Arthega-Whiteside, I had a theory that he could have been a big slot receiver. That ultimately didn't happen. He's just obviously been a big disappointment as a rookie, unfortunately. But I did think he had that kind of ability to slip inside. He's got the route running, he's got the size. The Eagles want a big slot guy, someone essentially who's Josh Perkins, but is more of a slot receiver, can pick up from where Aguilar left off. And that's the thing with this system. You've got essentially two types of slot receiver. You've got your Nelson Aguilar, your Golden Tates, your gadget players. I'm sorry if the audio's well, guys. Oh no, that's not good. Let me listen. And hopefully have some fun. Oh, I see. Yeah, right. Hold on. I know why it's gone a bit weird. It is because let's try that. Give me 2 seconds. That might work. If it doesn't, let me know. If it does, we might be alright here. I think there's basically 2 microphones that are flying out at once. Let's try all of these. Hopefully this is gonna work. I don't know. We're trying it. Okay. See how we go. Let me know if this. Okay, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to fix the audio. I didn't know it'd be this bad. Give me a sec. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Hopefully, this will fix it a bit. I'm trying to mute. I didn't realise there were this many inputs in the thing, so this might fix it. I'm not sure. Right, yeah. Is that good? That's good. All right, we good. We fixed it. Amazing. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Oh, that was stressful. You can see I wasn't prepared for this. So basically, this idea came around about... Oh, go back. The last... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Have I lost it? Have I lost it? Audio's out? Ooh. Oh no. Right, what about now? This is a really bad game of guess who. That didn't go well. How's that now? Well, we'll keep experimenting, it's fine. It's fine, we'll get it. I don't know. Not fixed, right? Guys, you gotta keep me posted. I'm trying to unmute as many of these. Hang on, I've got an idea. What about this? Right, let me know about that. That should, fingers crossed, get it working and we'll be fine. If not, we're in a bit of trouble. Well, we're going to miss the first call just trying to correlate the audio. It's basically what's going to happen is. So, we'll see. That might... Yes! Got it! There we go! Up the boys! There we go. Just as the game's about to kick off. Yeah, back to where we were. 2 types of slot receiver. You've got your Golden Tate, Nelson Aguilar, gadget players, then the bigger slot receivers who can kind of bully their way down the field. The Eagles really need that and a bit of speed, so you're looking at both those types. Let's have a look. Just going down the roster. So I've got the rosters here. We're going to start with the West. Just by looking at site. Now, for me, this is very much like Christmas. Oh, no. The live and chat and saying, oh, dear, this isn't good. This is scaring me now, isn't it? We good now? The last one was great. Oh, no. I don't know what settings I'm changing. I'm just moving sliders around. But if we're to look at essentially just by side somewhere, again, so for me, this is very much like a Christmas present because I hold off on scouting until the season's done. Because everyone likes to go in and look at prospects through the time, like through the season. For me, I'd much rather sit back and enjoy the NFL, do my best on the Eagles, than do my best. Why be a jack of all trades, master of none, you know? So for me now, it's James Morgan, right, first quarterback up. This is interesting because, okay, FIU, this is the guy I think the Eagles are going to be interested in the most, purely because they want to get back to drafting. This is the one I'm just got to turn the volume all the way up. All right, what about that? Okay, that. We'll try this. Fingers crossed. So James Morgan, FIU, about 6'4". I genuinely feel as though that a late round selection, the Eagles want to get back to drafting a QB. They're doing play action early on. He's overthrown that. I think that's just an excuse to try and throw off the arm talent. So that's on the East roster, isn't it? Let's mark this up a sec. Who's he thrown to there? So you can see, this is what I'm like full NFL scout mode now. Isaac, you be lovely to people's Wi-Fi, alright? John Runyon's obviously the son of a particular Runyon who was in the news recently talking about Carson Wentz, and we won't talk about that hit on Jadeveon Clowney again, just for the sake of everyone's mentality. But yeah, the Eagles want to get back to drafting a quarterback every year. Like, they tried it with Clayton Thorson. I genuinely believe they wanted so much to get Easton Stick out of North Dakota State. That didn't happen. Obviously, the Chargers leapfrogged them. And who's tackle number 47? That was a big tackle. Right, let's go to the... Oh, God, there's so many sheets of paper all of a sudden. So, yeah, I think when you look at the state of the quarterback situation now, bearing in mind that arguably Nate Sudfeld isn't going to be back, depending how they view him. Josh McCown, they're going to need at the very least a QB3, at the very most a QB2 and a developmental arm, somewhere within that region. They've got Kyle Lauletta, who could fill that QB3 role, but I don't know, I think for me, Sudfeld improved a lot between last year and this year. Mechanically, that may be his ceiling. Good throw there by Morgan. Okay, nice, I like that. Stood in the pocket, took a bit of pressure. Delivered a bit of a low pass, but we'll take it. It is what it is. So if you lose Sudfeld, who may have hit his ceiling, like if that's as high as he goes, or that's as crisp as you're going to get, and they still didn't feel the need to put him in that game in the playoffs, then for me, I'm looking at someone else. Like, you've given him 3 full years in this system right now, and it just hasn't gone to plan. So just take a look at the offense and the receivers that we're working with right now. So I believe that one was Dylan Derrick out of LSU. Or Derek Dillon, 2 first names, always confusing. Bounce outside. So we're not really looking at running backs. Oh, okay. Unless you want to try and draft a replacement for Jordan Howard, which, I don't know. Now, that is Dowdle. He's been, I know, noted by a couple of teams. Also, how are your setups looking, guys? Because I've got beers. I don't know if I'm allowed to drink them on stream because of this new kid rule thing. I've got sushi, which I'm apparently impartial to now. So it's an RPO. Morgan hands it off. Reads that very well. I'm impressed with that so far. I don't think I can have the volume that high because it's going to get copyrighted, but I'm going to try just so we can hear a bit of it. We might get thrown off a copyright, but it's the risk we take. Steps, 3-step drop. Oh, okay. Didn't like that. So he's targeting 80, who, if I go through my notes on here, just a second. That's twice. So that's Aaron Parker out of Rhode Island. So 6'2", 205. Not the cleanest route, if I'm honest. He's had a couple balls thrown his way now. Let's mark him up, shall we? Number 80. There he is, Aaron. You can see, if you want to print these rosters, it took me a lot of time to actually find my printer and get it to work. I've never used a Wi-Fi printer before in the office. I feel very businessy professional all of a sudden. Morgan, that's better. Right, I like that. RPO over the middle, number 47. That one was Eli Wolf, tight end. Do the Eagles need a third tight end? That's an intriguing discussion. I genuinely don't know where I stand on that because obviously you've got Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert. We saw how scary it was when a tight end went down. All right, we saw that without Ertz, a reliance on Goddard, who isn't as crisp as Ertz by any means. He's a lethal red zone weapon, but by any means, he's got a long way to go in terms of being a real threat over the middle. So you've got Richard Rodgers, wasn't really anything to write home about, wasn't really healthy. Then you've got Josh Perkins, who's basically a slot receiver that's too big for the slot. You've got a wide open check down there for Morgan. Takes that. You can't really do too much with that. But that's his tight end again. So I don't know. I think maybe a late round tight end could be an option for the Eagles. Someone like this guy out of Georgia could be a fit. He's had a couple of catches now. Play action again. Anybody have a live stream? Dude, I don't, I'm afraid. Your best bet would be to search Football Reddit. Now, I don't know how Football Reddit works, but that would be my advice. Okay. I'm going to try and open sushi. Now, I don't like tuna, but, you know, salmon. This is basically, for anyone expecting a proper hardcore analysis show, this isn't going to be the one. This is just a chilled, relax, trying to learn about some prospects, talking with you guys, catching up, because I missed you, you know? We haven't had a live stream in 2 weeks, and I feel a bit heartbroken about it. I love how the camera can't find the ball. The camera can't find the ball. That's disgraceful. We can see we're in the off-season. The camera can't even keep up with what's going on. That's excellent. So good one. That was a pass. It didn't end well, not going to lie. Was overthrown. Typical. So they're inside the red zone. This will be interesting. Let's see if he searches out, I should say, that tight end once again, who we know is starting to feature a bit more prominently now. Now, I've got sheets of paper everywhere, but that was, again, Eli Wolf. Oh, they've just circled him. Brilliant. They're reading my mind. What about AJ Terrell from Clemson? I'm going to get onto cornerbacks. Now, just watch this. Oh, nice pass. Was that Eli Wolf again? No, it wasn't. That was number 16. Nice catch. Freddie Swain out of Florida. Okay. I want to watch that route again because he got a lot of separation there by the looks of it. So you've got a double stack. Just a simple out route. Looks for the ball. Yeah, it's bad play by the corner if I'm honest, number 28. That's not a good look. Alright, so he had 7 touchdowns for Florida, Freddie Swain. Huh. See, the thing is, again, this was put together in about 20 minutes, this stream. So I'm hoping that next time for the Senior Bowl, we're going to have... I'll show you what I was working on. Give me 2 seconds, right? This is a... Oh, not that. Hang on. Let me... Oh, there's a touchdown I missed. Bradley. Okay. Add 88, Bradley. That was a 6'1", 195 Louisiana. Alright, let's take a look at this touchdown. Let's see how it goes. So Morgan, 1 touchdown, no picks so far. If we are talking about him as a valid candidate... This was a nice little rub route. Oh, I'm not too sure on the pass. It was a bit behind the receiver. Could have been picked off. But overall, 4-minute drive. Nice touchdown. It's not bad. I mean, Morgan is... I think he's showing off his arm here. He's showing off he can just make the throws, handle RPOs. Stood in the pocket. Shea Patterson. I rate that, Louis. Good shout. Brandon, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. But let me try and show you. Now we've got a bit of a break. Oh no, has that gone black? All right, bear with me. I promise you, it's coming back. I didn't realize I couldn't do. There we go. Right. Just got to do this. Wait. It's coming. Look at this. Bang. Right. That. But for the Senior Bowl, it's going to be much. I could only get 2 of these done. I had an hour and a half to prepare the stream, get my notes, get the rosters. So it was a very much hunch idea, right? But I'll tell you, if I can get these done for like every player on the Senior Bowl roster, we're going to have a hell of a live stream when that game in Mobile rolls around. So, alright, if you want to stick around for that, that'll be great. And if you enjoyed this stream, though, you've got to let me know. This is very much a trial and error. So if you enjoy it, we're going to definitely do more of them. Definitely do the Senior Bowl. Hopefully, like, break down some tape on a live stream, that sort of thing. If you don't like it, let me know. It's fine. We're all friends here. But now there's a break. I'm going to open my sushi. Takeaways from the first drive. I like the look of that tight end. That number 47. I really like the look of him. Eli Wolf. James Morgan didn't look too bad on his first drive. Hopefully he gets a bit more than that. But we're looking at a potential 5th, 6th round selection there for the Philadelphia Eagles. I wouldn't be against a developmental arm. I think he had a bit of a down year at FIU in 2019, but lost a lot of his playmakers. He was much better the year before. Comes out of a pro-style offense. I think he could be a nice developmental arm. Hopefully, we get to take a look at the other side of things very soon. Didn't see much of Luke Barkew there, though, who was my ultimate sort of crush when breaking down this roster. Really, really, really like his play. I think he was helped a little bit by obviously the school he plays at. Just putting soy sauce on my sushi, guys. Hang on, bear with me. I can't multitask. You should know this. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I don't like tuna. Big fan of salmon. I think this is the most unprofessional live stream I've ever hosted. Saying that, PSN After Dark exists, right? So, look at that. That's good. Soy sauce is strong. Alright, let's look at his defense. So Elijah Riley probably ain't... Oh, is he outside now? I think he is. Bottom of your screen. Very surprised if he gets out now. He's definitely not one of the top corners. But talking cornerbacks, guys, obviously, for those of you that have been around a little bit, you'll know that a couple years ago I released the cornerback consensus, which I think, off the top of my head, I had like 50 scout reports. I basically took every cornerback that was eligible for the draft, watched 3 games of tape on them, and gave scout reports. If you want to see that again, and you download it was totally free. Took me about 2 months and a lot of heartbreak and tears. But if you want to see it again, let me know. I'll happily do another one. I love it. That was a class where you had Marshall Lattimore. I think, no, it was Jair Alexander. Obviously, Isaiah came out. Akella Witherspoon was in there. That was just a few guys. Oh, Chidobe Awuzie, that was the one guy I really, really loved. And then every time he makes a play against the Eagles, it breaks my heart. So that sucks. But yeah, obviously last year for the NFL draft, I did a video essentially grading the NFL draft running backs on how they fit the Eagles. So I'd go through what the Eagles look for in a running back. So can they turn the corner? How are they at pass protection? How are they in terms of, the receiving game and providing check down routes and that sort of thing? If you want to see that, but for every position, so like wide receivers, linebackers, I can happily do a video of those and grade who I think the Eagles should take with each position in the first round. Jonathan Johnson with his first catch. Okay. Now that is someone that I did watch his tape the other day. Very much that skill position type of player. You can see him there. Nice little underneath route. Nothing to write home about, but he's got a bit of speed about him. He does have a bit of speed about him, and I like that. So Jonathan Johnson's number 12 if you're watching along live. If you're not, just imagine a receiver with the number 12 on. Oh, they're punting. Oh, that was quick. Okay. Right. Back on to James Morgan scouting then. Okay, now, I don't know if this stream will get taken off for a beer. It's definitely not beer. It's definitely Coca-Cola. Tell you what. That defense is looking good. Like, I think Dante Olsen featured a little bit there from what I saw. A nice little play underneath. Number 42, linebacker. But again, keep me posted, guys. I want this to be as interactive as we can because my scouting out loud verbally isn't going to be overly deep. Is that a whole advert for maple syrup? Oh, FedEx. I was going to say, that must cost a ton in marketing budget. Unbelievable. Yeah, we got to have some music in the background for this as well. But beggars can't be choosers. I didn't think that far ahead. We'll have it done for next week. Next week, alright, I'm telling you, we're going to have this, but loads better. Loads more players and all sorts. This was, again, if you enjoy this sort of format though, let me know. If you're new to this channel, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Again, let me know what players you're looking at in today's game. I always find the Shrine Bowl to be a little bit less exciting than the Senior Bowl in terms of the level of play, which should be understandable. I think the narratives are a bit better though. Obviously, there was that one Senior Bowl a couple years ago where you had Carson Wentz. That was really fun. I think Paxton Lynch was in that as well. I was really high on Paxton Lynch. And then Kevin Hogan, he was there. My guy, Big Kevlar, Super Kevin Hogan, who should still be the Eagles starting quarterback without a shadow of a doubt, all right? He should be the one with the big $128 million deal. I won't be told other. I'm joking. That's someone punishing me for slandering Carson Wentz against Kevin Hogan, isn't it? Let's be honest. Well, we've survived a drive. They've got cheerleaders. And they're about 35. Bit confused about that. Does it get much attention, the Shrine Bowl? I can imagine it would, but they broadcast it, so who knows. Bob Roller. Big Bob. There he is. Director Bob. Brandon says, what's my take about people saying we should use Ertz as a trade asset? Not a fan. It won't happen. Ertz should get a new contract. And that'll be, I mean, the way I look at it is you see what Goddard does in Ertz's place. And he performs well. He gets the job done. But he lacks that explosiveness. He's nowhere near as strong over the middle. You can't separate at the line. You can't separate through the stem of the route. in the red zone, he's a nightmare because he's an absolute behemoth, and that's where he makes a living. Like, every touchdown he's ever caught is in the red zone. Now, if we're talking about Goddard being George Kittle and being an absolute menace over the middle and easily separating like a slot receiver, then maybe it'd hold some weight. But you wouldn't trade an elite tight end in his prime for, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. I couldn't lean on Goddard that way. This is the thing, like, I try and separate my channel from those sort of guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. Big run. Like, I like Lord Brunson. I like Fully 500. I respect their grind, respect the content. It's a lot more fan rumor. Like, Philly Sports Network is a news outlet, okay? So this is like my full-time job. So I run the business, articles, networking, all the rest of it. Like, it's a job for me. I don't buy into fan rumors. Like, there was so many. Like, last year, the Nick Foles tag and trade thing blew my mind. And again, I had it on good authority from someone that was in the room at the time the New England Patriots orchestrated the last tag and trade, that it wouldn't happen again and why it wouldn't happen again. And I put that out, and it was fine. But yeah, it depends. Oh, that tell you what, that Eli Wolf, nice little spot right there, and big first down out of Georgia. I'm gonna grind some tape on him. I'm very impressed. I'm putting a yellow one. I'm getting a yellow highlighter out now. Oh, holding. Nah, that's a shame. But yeah, it's tricky. Like, it's with anything like that where you've got YouTube channels that are prying on rumors or speculation. Unless you're saying, hey, I think the Eagles should get this guy because X, Y, Z, here's analysis, agree, disagree. And it's just someone go, according to some guy on Twitter, this guy changed his Instagram bio and then rattling off for 10 minutes. Like, I'm not a fan of, like, I couldn't do that kind of content. Like, see, even the video I posted yesterday, I don't know if you've seen it, where I basically say that the firing of Philip Daniels, I wholeheartedly disagree with. I went back and I compared stats from 2018 to 2019. I looked at all the factors, like the loss of Chris Long and Michael Bennett and how that may have affected it. Really nice throw there on another note from James Morgan, who's really heating up right now. Ken Peacock says, what channel is this on? It's on NFL Network, dude, but I'm sure you can find a stream. Again, Football Reddit is your best friend for that. Any Notre Dame players? Yes, there are. Geordie wants to watch one of them. I've covered the roster in sushi. Let me try and figure out for you. That'll be on. I've got all my sheets of paper. Hang on. Let me have a look. So Notre Dame. So we've got one, who is Chris Fink, who's a wide receiver. Tony Jones. He is there. He's there. Let's have a look. North Dakota State, Ben Allison. That could be interesting. Keep an eye on him. Right, I'm going to put a mark on him. Number 81, out east. Alright. Number 81, little mark. Ben Ellefson, tight end, North Dakota State. Think connection, think Carson Wentz. I think that's it though. So I think you got two. Yeah. So only two Notre Dame players, which is fair. See, I still don't have a college team to watch. I bet college football, and I watched, college game day or whatever, but I don't know who to follow. Like, with Philly, it became a bit obvious because of my job. Like, I had to, follow the Eagles and that sort of thing. But big throw by Morgan. Oh, he sees that tight end again. I tell you what, Eli Wolf is different gravy. I really like him. Snaps that head. It's as though he gets right in the pigeonhole, as I call it. I think it's called the turkey hole, but we're English, so pigeonhole, where you deliver your post. He's already got 3 receptions for 49 yards. So I know he's going to improve his draft stock and everyone's going to come out and say how great he is, but I genuinely, if he's a day 3 pick here, I was all for the Eagles drafting a first round tight end last year. As bizarre as that sounds, and I had a couple people tell me it held weight and that it could work. Well, first or second round tight end, just because you get them in behind Goddard. Like, why not? Go back to 13 personnel. The Eagles have really missed 13 personnel. They run 12 more than anyone else in the league. And in 2017, that Super Bowl year, you had Zach Ertz, Trey Burton, and Brent Selleck. Like, that was a very, very good tight end tandem. All of them were key playmakers and key features on that offense. So, yeah, I wouldn't be against it. I like this Eli Wolf kid. Also, like, I know last year we had a few videos where we'd broken down tape on a player and it coincided with an interview. we're going to try and do that again this year. So if essentially we kind of, we can't pick and choose every prospect we want to talk to. I would love to talk to my, stunt double in Joe Burrow. That probably won't happen. But if you do want to have that kind of content or have prospect interviews on the channel, let me know. It's definitely something we can do. It's something we're looking into, hopefully over the next couple of weeks in terms of setting our first ones up. What about the rumours for Jeffrey? No. The worst one was that trade Jeffrey for Nick Foles. I love that one. What a great... someone has literally just got on spot track and gone, yeah, that'll work. That'll do. The argument said he's got it, going to be number one to see him where Zach's in his latter stages. No, not. I don't think he will. By the time Goddard becomes a number one tight end, Zach Ertz will be another 3-4 years down the line. I think Goddard, as a red zone weapon, is amazing. But you saw, there were a couple corners and posts where he dropped passes. Took a while to heat up this season as well. What a touchdown run. Oh my god. He just got barreled in there. Okay. So that's a Baylor running back, I think. No, it's not. Central somewhere. I'm really not good with college teams, as you can tell. Michael, yes you can. Again, your best bet is to probably go to Reddit. Just search like I don't know what they're called, but like NFL streams or college football streams Reddit, and they're bound to have one. That's where I normally, definitely do not recommend going for the sake of this channel. I do not recommend going there. Michael Robinson, Harley says, how different will the offense run? It depends on the offensive coordinator, to be honest. It really does depend. What I don't like hearing on the other side of the ball is the fact that Matt Burke could be promoted to defensive line coach. I'm not a big fan of that. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, the guy in 2017 had such a bad defense. Didn't understand how to use Minka Fitzpatrick. It's been a Schwartz disciple all his career. Basically followed him round. Wherever Schwartz has gone, Matt Burke has followed. Comes back as this special assistant bloke. And now he's going to get a promotion over Daniels, who, again, explained in yesterday's video, had to account for the loss of Chris Long and Michael Bennett, who were two very, very productive pass rushers. You then replace that with Vinny Curry, who's always been a role player. You replace that with Sharif Miller, who doesn't see the field, and a defensive tackle in Malik Jackson, who's injured in week 1. Philip Daniels shouldn't have been fired. I don't think he did anywhere near a bad enough job to warrant, you know what? That's a turnover. At the end of the day, the fact Corey Undlin would still be here had he not got a promotion, yet Philip Daniels is fired, that irks me. The fact that Ken Flajole is still here while Philip Daniels was fired irks me. An offensive coordinator, as long as it's an outside voice, I'm fairly content with whoever they decide to bring in. It's got to fit what the Eagles want to do. I like the idea about Garrett and having that air raid background and what he's done with USC and being a disciple of like the Mike Leach system and stuff like that. But I don't know enough about USC other than their quarterbacks don't translate to the NFL level, Matt Barkley, to give an insightful opinion that'd be worth something as of right now. I need to do background on it. And the second they hire a new offensive coordinator, I will go and watch the tape from wherever they coached last. I'll look at the principles and what they're doing, how it fits the Eagles, how they use certain players. So if they've got a wide receiver one that fits a certain prototype, how are they molding it around the quarterback? I'll absolutely do that for you guys. But as of right now, I don't want to speak prematurely and say yes or no, because it's not fair. And again, this is what I'd like to think makes this channel a bit different, that we're not just going to spout out BS for the sake of it. We want to sit down, have an intelligent discussion and talk on what we know. And that's why I think stuff like this, where we're watching a Shrine game and trying to learn about prospects, this is my first time looking at a lot of these guys. There were a few that I watched in the past week, the week before that. For the most part, they're all fresh faces. So it's a chance for us to learn together, to look at who the Eagles may want, to see if we can develop a little draft crush and to hopefully learn and teach each other some new things along the way. And that's the fun of it for me. So hopefully, again, this is just a trial for the Senior Bowl game. Hopefully that's going to be a very different experience, one that will, fingers crossed, be a little bit more polished. Like I said, we can keep going back to that little player card that we put out and stuff like that. So the running back that got the touchdown was Benny LeMay. He's had 4 rushes for 37 yards. 3 rushes of 10 plus yards. All right, he's doing himself some favours. That's cute. I like that. Basically, a little kid coming out saying his favourite running back. Very adorable. We love to see it. Let me just check to make sure there's no... I'm going to have to give this a little retweet. Get all the boys in. That's my job. Let's have a look. Cool. Right. So we got the West back out now, so that means more Juwan Johnson, more Jonathan Johnson. On defense, I mean, it's been a bit of a struggle so far for those corners and stuff. But number 23, bottom of your screen, Elijah Riley. Hearing good things. Oh, who's that with the wheels? Number 26 on the West. Reggie Norman, was that his name? I can't, my volume's so low. So, sorry in advance for that. Reggie Corbin, not Reg, but we're going to call him Reggie Norman, alright? Big Reg Norman, number 26. Illinois, 5'9". That is a nice cut. Nice counter run there. That was nice. I was a big fan of that run. That was cool. Okay. Now I've changed running back, and Patrick Taylor Jr. is in. Jordan McRae with the catch. Okay. Now him I have watched a bit of at OSU. I think he was only there for 1 year, but... Oh, I was hoping they'd show the route again. That doesn't do me any favours. For wide receivers, like... I'm really just looking for speed and route running. That's the main thing for me. Like, can you sell a vertical? Can you dip into those breaks? How fluid are you? You're going to be a rigid route runner. Okay, alright, there's a quarterback running, and that's happened. That was number 1, so that was... So, it's Tyler Huntley. Oh, he's killed a cameraman, brilliant. And they're not happy. They're like, Tyler, what are you doing? Stop that. I hope that was a flag on that. He just killed a cameraman. That's disgraceful. Poor guy, just doing his job out there. It's got to be stressful. You know, massive shouts to Alex McIntyre, PSN's photographer, out there, taking the hit. So she doesn't do football yet. So does lacrosse, though. And hockey. Defensive roughness. Ask the cameraman about roughness. I like the visor. I really like that visor. So there's a Michigan player, one of the corners, has got a yellow tinted visor. Number 97 there on that play. That's on the West, I believe, right? No, East. Yeah. 97. Where's he gone? Let me find him. He'll be here somewhere. That's Joe Gaziano out of Northwestern. Had some really nice bend. 6'4", 267. He looked a bit like a defensive tackle. I was wondering why they played him. 94 that time. That's a Michigan player. It looked like he said banana on the back of his shirt. It says Danner. Right, you can see the amateurish now of this stream. Where we're going. Hopefully it's just a bit more laid back, a bit more fun. Michael Danner. So 3 TFL, 3 sacks. Yeah, it's more the underrated guys here, isn't it? They need to trade at least one offensive line in the draft. Yeah, do you know what? Larch will be an interesting name. He's now going to be going into year 3. They've done all they can to keep him around for as long as they can, protecting him with a spot on the roster. Whether or not they'll do that again, I don't know. Now, corner I'm watching here, number 23, bottom of your screen. That is a severe height mismatch. Quarterback has looked his way. He's gone underneath instead and underthrew it out. So it was number 30. Oh, it was number... Okay, right. Oh, my roster sheets are all over the place. There with me. So we had... that was Austin Lee out of BYU. I believe. No, it wasn't. No, my bad. It wasn't. The wrong one. It was Elijah. Was it Elijah? Yeah. 23, 30, 35. So 35 was not there. Great. That's brilliant. Cheers, boys. Love to see it. This is what you get when you have a dodgy screen, isn't it? So let's see what... Oh, right, 39's out there. Who's that? Thomas, right. We've got a safe... No, Thomas Oliver the third. Corner, 39. 6'1". All right, he's a long corner. I'm a fan. So that's who's out there at the minute. That was the height mismatch. He's got really long arms by the looks of it. I don't know about the wingspan. It's not quite LJ level, but it's up there. Quarterback dumps it. Oh, God, that's a swarm. Okay. Let me know, again, let me know who's standing out to you, though, guys. Big Gary Brown. Okay, that's the Eagles offensive coordinator then. Again, if there's anyone that stands out, if there's a player you're looking at that is maybe done something that I missed, do give me a shout and I'll mark him up on my sheet. I'm eating chocolate now. This is the content we need. I'm not actually watching the game. I'm making it up as I go along. There's no game on. I'm pretending these players have done things. There's a player called John. He's caught a touchdown. Are they going for it on 4th and goal? From the 10 or from the 8? Alright, give me a big PBU. Give me a nice pass breakup. Come on. You got a standout defensive end down the bottom. I think that's Highsmith. Oh, what a catch. Alright. Touchdown West. SDSU tight end number 82. Right, get him circled on your rosters, lads. 82. Where's my sheet? I don't know. 82. Can't find him. 82. There we go. Right, Houston Parker he's called. It's a big day for tight ends, isn't it? Right, let's watch this again. He's 6'2", 251. Fair enough. Fair enough. Big catch. I like that. I really like that. Okay, so now we've got Eli Wolf. We've got him. So far, it's been a tight end show. James Morgan's looked alright, but it has been a tight end show. Tyler Huntley with a nice throw, to be fair. He's going to improve his stock with that. Oh, I mean, to be fair, that's really strong hands. Like, that was a DB's hand straight through the catch point, like, pushing that away. I like that. He's got long, flourishing locks as well. Always good. I agree with that, Harley. I agree with that. And now we've got dogs on adverts now, so that's good. Alright, so we're almost a quarter in. So far, I like Aaron Parker. He's done alright. Both tight ends. James Morgan. I need to see more on defense. I haven't seen much playmaking on defense right now. That's so... Right, let's go through the sheets, alright? Because I don't know what order these are in now. Has anyone else actually printed rosters off? Or is it just me that has been this level? Because I don't know where we're at now. I'm assuming that's East. I haven't got a clue anymore. Yeah, it must be. That must be there. Right. West roster, 157. Oh, God, no. Yeah, that's there. It's literally just me that is... Oh, God, this is dreadful. I've got 2 here. 59. Defense. Oh, so I need a defense. That's there. Right. I think I've fixed my sheets. Right. East roster. Who stood out so far? Looking through it. Only James Morgan. Oh, minus to him. He's done alright. Freddie Swain's had a nice catch. I think Dylan Derrick got involved. Wasn't too impressive. Now, 80 on this team. Aaron Parker was the one I really liked. Okay. I know it looks really awkward. Like, I'm just sort of sat here. I mean, I promise. Look, right? This is the most... I tried to find a stapler, and I don't have one. I've never needed a stapler because it's all online. Take Moss's son, trade for Ertz. Nah, well, I don't think we're trading Ertz. I don't think trading Ertz is logical by any means. That would be a massive sting. Massive sting. You don't appreciate a player of Ertz's caliber until he's gone, unfortunately. I don't know why he doesn't get the credit he should. Just because George Kittle exists, it's like he doesn't get any kind of credit, really. It's all George Kittle, it's Travis Kelce, and Zach Ertz is Zach Ertz. I don't know what it is, but every year he just tends to post around 900 yards. Absolute machine. Couldn't ask for a more locker room guy. And you rely on him every game for like 50, 60 yards. Like, you know you're going to get them. Yeah, so we've got a new quarterback, Kevin Davidson. All Ivy League. Okay. We're all Ivy League today. We're all Ivy League today. I mean, I like the completion percentage there. Right, let's see who we've got here. So you've got 31 on the East! We know who that is. Luke Barku. Right, all eyes on Luke Barku. Bottom of your screen. Okay, that's our guy. That's who we came to see. All right, 3rd and 4 already. This is definitely all Luke Barku's doing. Definitely all Luke Barku's doing. So he's lined up against number 13 on the East, who is 5'10", Kinsey. I mean, Mason Kinsey. That's a height advantage. You can see the height advantage there. Like, Barku's an absolute menace at the catch point. Nice back pedal there. Go on. Throw it Barku's way. I dare you. Might as well. Oh, he has as well. Go on, Barku. Oh, he's picked. Was that Dinson? Oh, flag's down. Oh, Kurt got the ball. Came over the top. Ball was overthrown. But, alright, Barku. I like it. Do you know what? If he was holding, I'm going to cry. I might cry. That's going to be so annoying if he actually has. Oh no. That was going so well. Oh, it was! It's like, right, bad news is, Barku gets a penalty. Let's just watch this route. Nice back pedal, keeps his hand nice and closed. Is that holding? Oh, right, yeah. That's just a tangle. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, I'd say the receiver initiated most of that. So now you've got Barku on it. Oh, big. That's what I like to see, Barku. His run defense, he's always sort of willing. He's always wanting to get involved. But from the 3 games that I watched, like, he doesn't tend to block shed very well. And the tackles, while they're vicious and they're quite impactful, they're not always secure. That was a nice effort. I like that. Oh, they're not even showing it. I was hoping they'd show that again. But I'm a bit... Okay, so Barku for me has done well. The tight ends are showing out. Nice. So, okay, that was cool. Right, end of the first quarter. Notes. Right. Barku was good, apart from the hold, which wasn't really a hold, I don't think. Tight ends have been very good. James Morgan looks good. That's about it, I think, from me so far. If I missed anything, right, guys, if you're watching this, and there's 20 of you here... let me know. What are you thinking? What players are tickling your pickles after 1 quarter? Who have you got your eye on? Let me know in the chat. If you're not subscribed, don't worry. I want you to be part of it, okay? You can join the fun. Let's see how we go. Do you know what we should do? If you're watching this and in the Discord, should we open up a Discord channel? Like, should we get the Discord thing back up? And then you can all come in and watch with me. Should we do that? I think we should. I think that's a great idea. It can only go well, I'm sure. So we're just going to have 50 of us all in the Discord just shouting about Luke Barku because why not? But I'm going to call him Luck because he's lucky, apparently. He's not, he just got a pass penalty, but you know, it's not the point. Alright, yeah, so what I'll do then is I'll get in the PSN Discord. If you're not in the PSN Discord, let me grab a link for you. I'll grab a link now. Here we are. Cool. So if you want to join the PSN Discord, where we've got all of our super amazing community members, you can join. There's a link in the chat now. I will go in. There's a channel somewhere. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks. Called Videos. If you join the waiting room, I'll drag you down into the recording. We can talk Eagles on the stream. We can look at whatever's going on at the Shrine game, which is what we're trying to do. And hopefully not get too distracted by Eagles talk. But so far, it's not getting too bad. Oh, it's Carson Wentz. Look at him. And Josh Allen. Yeah, I'm excited for the Senior Bowl. If we can do this for the Senior Bowl, but have it top-notch presentation, that's the end. This is a trial run, all right? It's all a bit, you know... what's the word? Rushed, I would say. So, We'll get a week of preparation in. We'll scout the players. Jobs are good, and we'll get in a Discord and we'll have some fun. We've got 10 likes as well. That's cool. So guys, if you are new, it will be amazing if you can hit that like button. That would be great. And if you could hit subscribe, join the fun, join the community, that'd be even better. Right. So I'm assuming Morgan's going to be out now. Notable alumni. Obviously Brandon Brooks. Alright, they're not going to mention Brandon Brooks, you know, the all-pro right guard who just come off a torn Achilles and play nearly every game. Shocking. Oh, there's AFC Championship game. That would be why. Because he's not playing there. He's not in the AFC. He's in there. My bad. Oh, it's senior. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Right, make sure you do some scouting for me, alright? Love that, JJ. Oh, big sack. Okay. Oh, TFL. Either or. Houston Jr. Nice. Okay. 2nd and 24. Let's see what they do here. Oh, I thought that was going Barku's way as well then. I was really excited for that. Keep an eye as well. Any of those two linebackers, so Olsen or Harding. Okay. Defense 29. That would be on the... Oh, no. Okay. Why is Barku being bullied today? Oh, that was a bit of a hold. Alright, he's getting a bit scrappy now. Another big run to the outside. Oh, that was a bad run tackle. Oh, no. Am I going live on draft night? I don't know. I don't know. And the main reason I don't know, excuse me, is basically because I run phillysportsnetwork.com as well. Like, obviously I have to do draft coverage. And last year, I think in the space of 3 days, I had about 12 videos and 15 articles. Like, I've never worked so hard. So after every draft pick, I would have an article up to share around. I would have a video done where I'd essentially read out the article I've just written, put some highlights to it, put some stats to it, jazz it up. And that was huge for us. Like, that was a really neat way of doing it. Oh, big catch by Hammond, FSU's Hammond. Okay. Big boy, I like that. But yeah, I don't know, because I would love to have a draft party and a draft chat and that kind of thing. But at the same time, I have to be responsible for content on the website. I have to be responsible for content on the YouTube channel. It's tricky. So we'll see. It depends how well the live streams go. Like, if you guys enjoy these more, then we'll absolutely do them. Especially if we have a bit of a party, we'll get some food. I'll try and get some friends who know what the NFL is. They can get involved. But yeah, that's the thing. We've just got to make sure we do it the right way. And you guys get the best content, which is all it comes down to. I don't want to fail you or let you down or bring you anything less than the best content I can physically do. Oh, okay, that was... Someone just got ran over and somehow made the tackle. That was Gallows again, wasn't it? I believe. Or Glasgow, I should say, not Gallows. Yeah, Glasgow, okay. He's had a bit of a rough night so far. Not been too impressed. Penasini, whose name is actually Penasini. It's sort of, it's not dodgy and it's not quite penicillin. So Barku's back out again. He's matched up on 13, who I believe again is Mason Kinsey. He's been up on him for most of the day. Let's see how we go now. Nice spot route, closes over the top. Meanwhile, back of the end zone, overthrown. You've got a receiver at the size of an actual mountain. You overthrow that. That's Keith Gavin, 6'2". Looks much bigger than that. Okay, that's a little bit concerning. Right, 3rd and 8. Let's see what Baku's made of. This is going to be... Oh, no. That's... This is interesting. Dele Harding is someone that I've got on the side of this screen. And the ball's already gone. But he made a really good play. That was a nice shot there by Harding. Really, really strong tackle. Now it's 4th and 8. Field goal. Got to give the kicker some love. There, they did a thing. Up the boys. Okay. Right. We've got a game. If you were going to bet this game, where would you go? You got the East up 17-7. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you wonder. You never know. But, so far, what we've got is a few players worth noting. Mason Kinsey hasn't done anything. Small school sleeper out of Bury, was hoping to maybe see something from him. Freddie Swain's been alright, as we said. We had our first little flash there from Dele Harding, which is someone that I was very close to including on that 10 players to watch. So what I've got here, let me try and find this spreadsheet, because I actually had about 25 players to try and break down. Now, I don't know if it's saved or not. Untitled 3, it might be this one. I'm not sure if I saved it. I might have done. I might not have done. I don't think I did. Damn it. I had a massive list of loads of players that I was looking at. Oh, that's annoying. I would have been able to go right back to it and then talk about them all. Oh, well, we could just show you, another clip of Nick Westbrook, if you want. That could be. He hasn't done anything today either. That's a 14 likes now. That's really cool. Thanks, guys. I know it's a slightly quieter stream again. Just a nice chill way to spend a Saturday night. Right, okay. I don't get advert breaks. 26 people in the stream watching the Shrine game. It's one of them again, isn't it? I hope the audio's not coming through too bad here. I hope you fixed it. It should be fine. But how are you guys feeling about the off-season? Let's generate some discussion. What are we feeling so far? Obviously, they've had a few coaching changes, the Eagles. Where are we feeling? Where are our heads at? What are you thinking? Coaches, free agents, anyone that stands out right now? I know Robbie Anderson's a name that's been discussed a few times. Anything that's on your mind at all at this stage? Bearing in mind, and what do you want to see as well? Because the way the channel's going at the minute, and the way our site's going, is that we've got a lot of articles that are set. The problem is that we've still got a month until free agency, right? So I don't want to go, oh, free agency stay and go, free agency this, free agency that. If A, that player's going to be re-signed, B, the needs can change, and C, by the time that free agency is like a week away, we end up shooting ourselves in the foot and have already got the content out. So, like, it's a tricky time of year to be sitting on content because I don't want to give it to you too prematurely. And I don't want to wait too late. So if there's anything in particular you want to see, I know someone brought up recently that they want to see more like where are they now videos. So like when I did the draft classes, I'd love to go and do another one of those. Like maybe the 2016 one, like look back at Carson Wentz 4 years later, look back at some of the other players from that class who are obviously a little less impressive. So that can be an idea for a video. But if there's anything you want to see, do let me know because I don't want to get too deep with free agency stuff. I don't want to go, hey, here's a player we should all get really excited about and then him sign a deal with his existing team, you know. Right. So, 30 people watching. Guys, how are you feeling about the game? We know so far how tough this is going to be for the younger players to break through. A few have made their mark. Now we've got Ellison out of NDSU, Kelly Bryant's at QB. So they're really rotating quarterbacks now. So West is back on offense. It's the East on defense. So if you're looking at East, I want to see 95 defensive end Alex Highsmith, who I believe isn't out there at the minute. Or is he down there? No, he's not. Okay. But someone's just got a huge stack. That was... Oh, it's a UAB. I was looking at him. Oh, it's Garrett Marino! Garrett Marino! The guy said everyone should watch. Garrett Marino out of UAB. The guy is literally... He reminds me so much of Malik Jackson. So much of Malik Jackson. What a sack. Violent hands. Sheds his way through. He's a little bit undersized. He's not the biggest. He doesn't have a lot of weight. I think he's someone that can play that Michael Bennett, that Malik Jackson role. A 3-tech, a 5-tech. Someone that can do a bit of both. That can really use his power to bend outside. He's got such an explosive first step. I love that. Oh, I love that. I've got myself a little sleeper. Oh, no. That's a big... Oh, what a play. What a play. That's Robinson, the running back. That should be a score. Nice tackle by 23. That's Elijah Riley, who's also on our list here. It's picking up. It's picking up. Right. Patman's out there. We know he's going to be a receiver to watch. I'm impressed with that. Big play. Big block. Oh, he missed that. The NDSU guy missed the block. I think Elijah Riley came in on the tackle. Did he get it? Yeah. All right, so now we're down inside the red zone. So we know that Elijah Riley's on the field. Alex Highsmith may be there. Garrett Marino was out there making a play. Someone has wildly missed that. That was a very Nate Gary play. Someone called Bellamy, which is way too close to the name of my ex, and I'm not a fan of that. So sack him, get him down. Do anything you can. That tight end's back there as well. Right, keep an eye on him. The one that caught a touchdown before. I'm going to keep going through my little list here because this is getting... It's getting messy. I'm doing live commentary. I'm trying to scout. My head's going to explode in a minute. Right. Who have we got? I mean... Yeah, they could definitely bring in a free agent running back. It wouldn't surprise me if they go through the draft, but they could definitely try and bring in that... A similar type of deal, like Blunt was... I mean, Jordan Howard was essentially a free agent. The draft capital they gave up was so minimal. Who's pointing down there? Okay, Alex Highsmith is in the game. He's the guy that just made the tackle on the person that is not my ex. Or sounds like my ex. Shouldn't have said that. Let's see. So he lines up Shed outside the tackle. Oh my god. He blocks Shed so well. Oh, right. Okay. Alex Highsmith has got a lot of juice. Marino got held up, couldn't really get off his block. That's the problem you get with Garrett Marino, is that because he's undersized, if he can't really initiate off that line, if he can't get that first move going, he does often end up in a little bit of trouble. 3rd and 1, around the 3. So Highsmith and Marino are out. They try and run the ball outside, and that is a huge play by the defensive line. Now, it's number 33 that came in on the stop, who I believe was Rodney Clemens out of SMU. Let's see him come down here. Oh, look at that push. Who was that? I mean, he got shoved backwards, but he gave a lot of momentum just then. 4th and 8, they're going to go for a field goal, so it'll be 17-10 if they make this. They're kicking over the posts. That shouldn't count. I think that should be a rule. I don't know about you lot. That should definitely be a rule, right? You're not allowed to kick the ball over the post. It has to go through. You can't kick it over. Add an extra level of precision. I think that would be much better. Or have 3 points for going under, 2 points if it goes over. Make it more fun. Give it a better challenge. Have a bit of a wild card action to the kicking game. Right. It's going well. We're picking up. I really, really liked what I saw there from Garrett Marino. Now, I know I put him in the watch list. See, do you know what? If we look at our watch list, I chose 10 players the Eagles should watch. James Morgan's looked good. Marino's looked good. Highsmith has flashed. Riley made a tackle once. On the other side of it, Luke Barku's done alright. Dele Harding made a nice play. The two receivers haven't really done anything yet. But that's like 8 out of 10. That's a good start, right? That is a good start. I'm telling you, my eye for talent. It's not bad. Alright, this is the same guy that missed on Tre'Davious White, but we're not going to count that. Alright, we're not going to count that. We're going to focus on the guys we have hit on, because that's definitely what everyone else does. Like, I can't count the amount of mock drafts Mel Kiper's done and will somehow get away with it as a renowned draft analyst. It's like he just throws enough at a board, sees what happens, and go from there. It says please drink responsibly on the advert, so there you go, there's an advert for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. We don't have that in England. We've only just got Taco Bell, and there's one of them like 8 hours away from me. I think it's in Sheffield. Oh. Okay, I mean, I like this so far, though. I like this game. I'm very intrigued to see more of those tight ends. I didn't expect to come into this and be drawn to tight ends. Normally, with showcases, it's quarterbacks and cornerbacks for me. And wide receivers, because, you know, you just love to see big plays and route running. Running backs sort of make big plays all day. But, I don't know. This has been fun. I don't remember a game where I think the scoring has been so high in quite a while. Right, I'm gonna tweet him in it, because you have to try and draw some people in. All my Shrine Crosses are shining. Oh, okay. Right, so we're back on. Easter in possession now. Kevin Davidson has got the lowest INT percentage in school history. Fair, but it is at Princeton. So that's going to be a knock on him, isn't it? It'll be interesting to see. Has he got a mullet? Has he got a mullet for a haircut? That is atrocious behaviour. That's good. He's got to sort that right out. Right, 2nd and 10. Who's that corner up top? He's trying to turn him around. Doesn't matter, it's a run play anyway. Honestly, I want the West to get back, because then we get to take another look at Garrett Marino and Alex Highsmith. Because I'll tell you what, they have got me really excited. Marino on that play looked amazing. For what he is, that's the type of flash you need at this game. That will get you a Senior Bowl invite. That will get you on the radar of some of the scouts in attendance. I like that. Who would I want for OC and D-line coach? Offensive coordinator, I don't know. It's really hard to say. I mean, I like James Urban. I was so sold on James Urban. I was originally sold on Kevin O'Connell. Then he went. Then James Urban went. Poorly thrown ball, but it's caught. That's Kinsey. Right, so he actually made a catch, and he's not lined up on Elijah Riley anymore. So that makes sense. But yeah, I was sold on Urban. I don't know what to make of the USC guy. I know a lot of people are interested in him, so we'll see how that goes. And if he does get hired, I will go back and look through all of the tape and see what sort of things he likes to implement. Again, the players that he's utilising, how he's getting the best out of them, and that sort of thing. For defensive line coach, anyone but Matt Burke. Like, if you're going to fire Philip Daniels, who shouldn't have been fired, you don't give a Schwartz disciple that when he hasn't ever coached D-line. The defensive line under Miami in 2017 was dreadful when he was defensive coordinator. I don't like it. I don't understand why he's there in the first place. What does he add to Jim? Like, Jim Schwartz shouldn't need a birdie on his shoulder to tell him what to do. And that's what Burke has been. And now we're going to get to a point where Burke is going to be your DL coach. Nah, give me something different. Give me someone new. Right, let's look at these corners, because that's what we're here for, definitely. That's Kinsey again, isn't it? With a catch. Yeah. No? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, right, so Mason Kinsey, now he's not lined up on one of the corners that we love. He's doing all right. Another player to watch, obviously, is that Malcolm Berry, former Navy quarterback, who's playing wide receiver today. I don't think he's been in the game yet, so we'll keep an eye on him. Could very much be like a sort of gadget player. 3rd and 5, right. This is where we're going to see, I guess, a little bit of Davidson and see what metal he has. This is a tough play at any level. Nice protection. Oh, it's a bad throw. Great coverage. I was hoping to see a bit more from Jeremiah Dinson. I'm not going to lie, the safety. I thought he was someone that I had written down before the game. I haven't really seen him so far. How do I like Connor Barwin at being assistant to the regional manager? I love it. I think it's a great move. He clearly wanted to be in Philly. I think a lot of people forget that he almost signed as a defensive end. He was getting ready to come back to the team in a pinch to play defensive end next year. So it's cool. I think he's a great Philly guy. He gave a lot to the city over those 4 years. 14.5 sacks in that iconic campaign. Like, you can't ever forget that. But the work off the field, like, he set up a charity. He wanted to bring his family to the city. He became a real Philly guy. And I think in terms of getting young guys into the NFL, it's got to invoke a new culture. Like, you've got to remember, I think as much as we distaste Orlando Scandrick, the one valid point he made was a lot of the young guys that were drafted in 2017 or around that sort of time were either into a Super Bowl winning team or to a team that's just won the Super Bowl, and that's all they know. So that culture, that shift was only just happening. I would love to see Barwin come in and really get into some of those young guys. Players like Nate Gary, players like Camu Grugier-Hill, to just take them to that next level and to invigorate that culture. And I think he's the perfect guy to do it because he's experienced some really high highs and some really low lows, as well as being that player/coach role with the New York Giants. So either way, I think it's a fantastic move. The assistant to the regional manager title, they could have been a bit kinder to him and just made a roll up, but beggars can't be choosers. So overall, I think it's a great move. Great move to bring him back. Oh, almost at half time, I think now. There's me. So how many people have actually got the game on? Show of hands. If you're in the chat, we've got 23 of you. How many of you have got the game on right now? Let me know in the chat. And then we'll have our like halftime studs and duds, and we'll go there. So if you're in the chat, 22 of you, how many of you are watching the game now? Because otherwise, I feel a bit bad. I'm just sort of sat here rambling, and there's no game in the background. I wish I could stream the game. It would make my life a lot easier, but I'm not allowed to because YouTube will shout at me and I might lose my channel, and that's not good for my job, and I might be homeless, so we can't do that. But either way, I think so far. Oh, so Earl Smith's got. All right, Earl. So who are you feeling about the game so far? Who's caught your eye? So for me, again, I mean, I really like those tight ends. I really like the tight ends that have come out. So I think Parker Houston was the one on the east that made no on the west. Sorry, that made a catch. You can tell I've lost all my bits of paper. Where's the other one? Hey, I've lost everything here. It's all gone. I've lost all my sheets of paper. Jody Stoles Jenkins, how you doing, man? Geordie's not in. Oh, no worries, man. I'll try and keep you as updated as best as I can. You can see I've got all my sheets of paper. I literally got a printer working just to get the rosters off, and all I've done is spill sushi on them, and that's it. But Garrett Marino, oh, that's my guy. I love that. Who is the other tight end that I circled? That's what I want to see. Oh, was it Ben Ellison? No, he didn't do anything. Where'd he go? I've lost so many bits of paper here. It's shocking. Shocking on my part. I don't know. We'll find it. It's fine. Oh, it's Eli Wolf. Eli Wolf, never mind. It's fine. Found him. Remember now, everything's fine. I like Eli Wolf. That's been my probably biggest standout so far. So game's back on. Let's see what comes next. Been a lot of... I don't know, the running backs have had to get account for themselves, but obviously we're not really focusing on them too much from a Philly perspective. But give me that Garrett Marino caffeine all day. East offense is moving a lot against the West defense, which isn't good for guys like Dele Harding, who has had one tackle, I believe, so far. Alright, okay, we're back. I think Alex Highsmith is out there. Let's see how this goes. Oh, a bit of trick. Okay. Okay, I like that. Oh, can he break a tackle? Oh, he has. What a play. Huge first down. On a fake sweep. I like that. That was cool. So that tight end, the one that caught the touchdown, that Parker, is now playing fullback. Came out on a lead block and then missed his tackle. That's bad. That's bad. The guy that caught the touchdown, so number 82, on the West, the tight end, came out as a lead blocker and then missed his assignment. I just ran past the guy coming in. That's not good. That's going to work against him. That's bad. All right. When you look at someone like Dallas Goedert manhandled 2 players against Seattle, that's the difference we're talking about between a 6th round pick and like a second. Marino is a beast. Like, he's underrated, but oh, dude, I hope so. I really hope so. I love Wall. I mean, Marino is. Oh, I love it. Honestly, I was watching his tape the other day. Blown away. He jumps off the screen and he just looks like an adult playing kids. He looks like he just should be playing at a different level. Now, that's the guy there, Ellefson, obviously out of North Dakota State, just making that catch. That I drew the obvious tangent to Carson Wentz, North Dakota State, coming out of that same offense, whereas we know they have started to try and put in some of the NDSU principles into the Eagles offense. And they're trying to do that just to make it a bit more familiar for Wentz and get some of those concepts at the next level. So maybe that could be an option late on or an undrafted free agent. I don't know. He's got to have a good account of himself. Had a nice catch there. It's 2 minutes to go. Yeah, you got Cameron Gill, number 92. I didn't get around to watching tape on him, but his size intrigued me. Yeah, big wrap up there for Gill. Read that well. He's lined up over the B gap and just made that happen. I mean, I think he's a linebacker, but I think he's one of those players where if you can play him at OLB or a defensive end, would work. Juwan Johnson's on the field. Now, he's been silent this first half, Juwan Johnson. Absolutely silent, and that's not good. You know, this is meant to be a game for him where he's one of the biggest receiver names there. Right, 2 minute warning. Alright, so I haven't seen much from Quarterman. Yeah, do you know what? I was excited about Shaq Quarterman for a bit. Because in run pursuit as a run defender, he's excellent. For me, the problem I have with him is zone coverage. Like, there are so many times where he just gets drawn to the line of scrimmage, or he looks a bit lost and out of, like, he wants to be around the ball but not really sure where he should be. Like, he's outstanding. Like, he's a behemoth. He plays extremely hard. He can shed blocks. He's really strong. Very quick at shooting gaps. Wraps up really well. But in terms of zone coverage, like, he looks a little bit lost sometimes. He always ends up around the ball, but it's sort of like a Madden where you're just watching the quarterback and moving the stick depending on anything. He looks a bit like that. And if they can coach that up, brilliant. I think the Eagles can have a really, really good young talent on their hands. But that's a big if. And I don't know. I haven't watched enough of his tape to know that ceiling, or if it's a consistent trait, or maybe it was just a few games. But given his age, given that he's started 52 games in a row, I can't see that being a random trait that's going to pop up for a few games. So, I don't know. I think he's got all the makings of a really strong middle linebacker. But it's just that zone coverage. It's just, given what the Eagles want from their linebackers, given the complaints there are around Nate Gary, where he just comes flying downhill without a second thought, that's where I think teams will pick on him. And I don't know how much that would hurt. But I could be wrong. But let me know. If you totally disagree with me, let me know. That's why, luckily, we have these live streams and these chats. Like, if I'm, chatting BS, then tell me. But that's what I fully get from him so far. But I don't know. Again, he's on my list, number 55 on the East. Anyone have a link for the Shrine game? Dude, I'm afraid. Your best bet will be to search Reddit, because Reddit is a haven for that kind of thing. But yeah, it's going to be the same with the Senior Bowl next week. Only the Senior Bowl, we're going to have a lot more pizzazz. To show you again, like, I decided to do this at 6 p.m. my time. The game started at 8 p.m. my time. So I had to get all of this really ready, run down to the office, get set up. Next time for the Senior Bowl, we're going to have a much more professional looking stream where we'll have this sort of layout, but we'll have a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of that. I love this. I want to do more of this, all right? More funky stuff is coming if this goes well, if you guys enjoy it. So if you're new around here, do give me a like if you enjoy the stream. If you haven't subscribed yet, it would be amazing if you could. What do I look for in these games? It depends, doesn't it? Because you kind of get automatically drawn to where you would do watching anything. But when you make a list of players, your eyes automatically go to them. I mean, obviously you want to see consistency. That's a big thing. And it varies from position. Like wide receivers, a flash catch is great. But I really want to see, like, can you get off the line? How are you battling through the stem? Can you create separation? How are you at the catch point? Like, stuff like that. At cornerback, it's like hip fluidity. It's keeping his shoulders square. It's attacking the hip pocket of the wide receiver. It's staying with them in press. It's speed. It varies for position for me. I think, like, obviously on the defensive line, you end up you looking for flash. You're looking for flashes purely because that's where you really get drawn. Oh, nice spin move. Talking of that, was that Alex Highsmith's spin move I just saw? I think that was an Alex Highsmith spin move I just saw. I think that was an Alex Highsmith spin move. So, talking of flashes, there you go. Doesn't get much better than that. That was I like that. That was cool. He's back again, and he's trying to ball rush his way now. Overthrow. Oh, he should have had that one. Should have been picked off there. My two receivers at wide receiver, Antonio Gandy Golden and Kendrick Rogers. I'll add them to my list. I'm going to start doing a lot of tape on prospects. So I can upload it, I will. If not, I won't, and I'll just do my feedback. Like last year for me, I think I really came alive during the off-season. Like this channel shot up a lot in terms of growth and subscribers. Like we tried to do as much possible with college and mock drafts and rankings and targets and that sort of thing. So if you want to see that again, let me know, because I want to try and go above and beyond. Like my whole aim in 2020 is just to push out so much content that is going to raise your eyebrows and be like, oh my god, wait, this is like a little company. This isn't an ESPN or a parent-owned company where there's like money being funneled in. This is just one guy doing it. Like, that's it. I want to raise that bar for everyone else and breathe down the bigger outlets next. So the more I can do of that, the better. Talking of that, really, really poor pass protection. Great pass rush, though, from number 99 on the East defense, who happens to be... Oh, no, just check my notes. Oh, I've got the wrong... Right, hang on. I've got that switched. I've got the wrong sheets of paper up. It was Roy... Okay, he was on my list as well, actually, Roy Bravian. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, no, that wasn't. Never mind. Right, that tight end's back. Keep an eye on him. I want to really get a look at him now. Number 82 in the East. Because he's had one flashy catch touchdown. He's missed the run blocking assignment. I want to see what he can do if he comes out as an inline blocker or something. It's 4th and 15, a minute and 26 to go. I'm very intrigued now. Very intrigued. Is that a... Okay, they're punting. Never mind. Alright, so we're going to get to see a bit more defense then, I suppose, from the West. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Obviously, special teams is probably a huge thing for everyone at this game. Was that Kinsey in there? Yeah, Mason Kinsey again, becoming a bit more of a regular feature this game. He's definitely been one of the... See, Mason Kinsey has been one of the more consistent players, right? That's the difference. Mason Kinsey's been consistent. The other guys have been flashy. Like, Jawan Johnson's done nothing. Jonathan Johnson's had one play, I think. Mason Kinsey he's had a flurry of consistency. Let's see what happens now then. Tommy Stevenson at QB. Oh, Penn State transfer. I thought I recognised the name. You can say, I need to watch more college football. But there's so much of it, I don't even know where to start or what team to follow or anything. So I just tend to stick on the NFL and then indulge myself in college tape during the off-season. Steven steps up. Oh. Nice pocket mobility for about 3 seconds. And then he kind of just ran up and got absolutely demolished by Hamilton. It was was it a 3-man rush or 4-man? It was a 4-man rush. Tried to stunt. Yeah. I think he just couldn't handle that very well. Alright, let's see cornerback wise. Oh, okay. That was a huge play by the defensive end. They did well to get that out. I hope Eagles get John Runyon Jr. That would be cool. That would be cool. I rate that. That would be cool to see him. Like, to pass that torch from old to next generation. That would be really cool. Alright, so 35 seconds to go. Steven steps up, takes a check down over the middle, which is what you want with 30 seconds to go. It is what I'm not... Nah, be a bit more aggressive, mate. It's an all-star game, right? You're like the 4th QB here, like, in the rotation at the Shrine game. Like, dude, flash your arm talent. Make a play. Go out there and, punish everyone. Damn, Stevens. I'm a Miss fan. Stevens sucks. Yeah, I mean, this is my first time properly looking at him. Not too impressed in the 2 plays that he's had so far. We'll say that much. He's got a timeout. I mean, he looks like Drew Brees there, though, in that picture. Huh. So ironic he's wearing a shirt saying air it out when he's done nothing but take checkdowns for the first 2 plays. Like that. Good. That's what we talk about consistency, oh. That's what we're on about. Play wide receiver and running back. Alright, so he's another little Greg Ward type player. Huh. Okay, right, let's see. I want to see what this defense can do. Have we got Barkey back out there, or has he been taken out of the game completely now? He's not on the field, is he? No. I think Dele Harding's out there. So you've got a 4-man rush. The running back couldn't chip properly. Stevens out all day. Another check that I don't know about that. You've got 18 seconds and you can't get the ball over M40. I don't like that. This is the first quarterback that has probably let himself down. I don't want to say that in a horrible way. Jeez, that's not good. 3 seconds to go. I'd like to think he's going to take a bit of a shot now. But who knows. So Runyon Jr.'s out there as an offensive lineman. Hasn't exactly looked brilliant so far. Could probably do a bit better here. I'll keep an eye on that. I don't know. This has been a very intriguing drive. I mean, Davidson's out there looking like, look, get me in my headband. You, my darling, with the headband. You are different gravy. Give me a shot. Okay, 3 wide receivers, a tight end. Running backs going out. What are you doing? Another one. Oh, no. No, I'm not a fan of that. Maybe it's me and my Madden brain. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that, though. Right, half time. How are you feeling after that? Because that was interesting. I think interesting to say the least. First half notes. Tight ends are good. Barku's good, although a little bit aggressive with holding. Tommy Stevens isn't good. Wide receivers are with varying levels of success. If we go through the names so far, I've got my big sheets of paper here with all the rosters on. So guys like Mason Kinsey out of Bury, he's done himself a good favour tonight. His stock's gone up for sure. Freddie Swain's had a nice catch. Want to see something out of Isaiah Wright in the second half. I know he got mentioned in the chat earlier today. We'll see what he can do in the second half. Adrian Killins, hasn't done anything. Benny LeMay's had a catch and had a big run. Eli Wolf, I haven't got him. That's why I couldn't see him. He's not highlighted. Right. Eli Wolf, for me, has been the most impressive player I've seen. Without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to go and watch his tape after this game. I'm a very big fan of Eli Wolf. Woof. Wolf like that. Oh, that's good. I like that. Okay, Eli Wolf. He's done himself all right. Michael Onwenu, I put in my list to watch. Didn't get around to watching tape, but offensive guard, should be quite versatile. 6'3", 350. He's basically a tackle, but can play guard. Like, 350 pounds for a guard. You're gonna struggle to get defensive tackles past that. I need to probably go back and watch this game again to see if he's done anything of note this game, but it hasn't been bad. All right, he's not been out there for a bad reason. There's been no O-lineman that stood out horrifically. Going further down the list, anyone else that stands out here? No. John Runyon got a bit of running towards the end. Matt Wayman got some running towards the end. Aaron Parker obviously caught a big pass. I think that's it. Defense. I don't know. No one has stood out. I mean, Thomas Oliver had a play. Tyler, right. I think that's it for the East. I mean, I've been a bit disappointed by Shaq Quarterman. I have not seen him. I don't know if anyone can pinpoint a play that he's done well on. Maybe it's just me and I've been looking other places. It could be. Let me know. On offense, Tyler Huntley had a really good run. Mason Fine, I don't think we've seen yet. Jonathan Johnson had a play. Desmond Patman's been out there, hasn't really done anything. Nick Westbrook, been out there, hasn't really done anything. Levante Bellamy has been probably one of the best running backs that we've seen today. So he's out of Western Michigan, number 22, 5'9", 171 pounds. He's been alright. He's been doing alright. Tony Jones, I haven't seen yet. Julian Good-Jones. No, I haven't seen any more of those guys. Tyler Higbee. Not that Tyler Higbee. This is Higbee with a Y out of Michigan State. Name to watch. Who have you got here? So Ben Ellison out of North Dakota State, I've highlighted because I want to see more from him. And then you've got Parker Houston, who has been bad. I don't think I've got a red highlighter. Coleman counterpart has outplayed him. Ah, right. Good shot. Okay, that's interesting now. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep note of that. But yeah, so Houston Parker, bad run blocking, nice receiver. He had really strong hands at the catch point on that touchdown. Really strong. I think we're just going to get a glimpse of it there at half time. Really impressive. Like I thought he was excellent. And then he went out run blocking and missed his assignment. So I was like, now I'm stuck at square one. Luke Barkey, obviously I'm a big fan there. Love his tape. Absolute beast around the catch point. There we go. Let's get that all highlighted. Like him, he's going to get a nice little note from me. Haven't seen much from Elijah Riley yet. That's the name I was. Hopefully in the second half we see some guys from Malcolm Berry. But Eli Wolf stole the show for me. I was a real fan of him. That was cool. Right. Neville Clark, I haven't seen. Right, this is my guy. Right, I'm telling you. Neville Clark out of Central Florida. Highlight him if you've got a roster sheet. Because I genuinely cannot wait to see what he can do. It'll be right, number 41. Alright, number 41. On the West, I believe. I think he's got all the makings of a really solid steal in those late rounds. Like, I think he's 6'1". Again, very long, very gangly, but because of UCF just seems to breed cornerbacks that I fall in love with. Akilo Witherspoon was, and Isaiah was another one. Like, there's just been so many out of UCF that just, I don't know, it's something about the way they play, and they're taught to press and be aggressive at the line of scrimmage, and then they have to have that recovery speed because they're going to get beat a lot of the time. So overall, I'm in love with him. Neville Clark, that's the guy I'm looking at second half. Any others I should be looking at? Obviously, Garrett Marino stood out, big play, loved that, and Alex Highsmith has a spin move. So both of those guys can get highlighted. So far, we've got a fair amount of highlighted players, and the highlighted players are the ones that I've actually put on the watch list for the most part. Morgan's been good, Marino's been good, Highsmith's been good. Want to see more from Riley. Alton and Harding haven't seen much of. This is going alright for scouting. I mean, if you guys enjoy this sort of thing, let me know, because it's all totally new to me. But if you don't mind, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break just so I can go to the toilet, because without sounding too unprofessional, guys, you got to do what you got to do, alright? We don't have advertising breaks here, but I can play an advert apparently and then switch it to a title. So I might have to do that really quickly. So at half time, get yourself a beer. If you haven't printed the rosters off yet and gone full Liam with crazy bits of paper everywhere, it would be amazing if you could. I've got to do a little bit of social media promotion to get some people in for the second half. If you could share it with your mates and get your friends who like the Eagles or football in, that'd be excellent. If not, don't you worry. Give me a couple seconds, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly disappear for about a minute or two, and then we'll be back for the second half. We'll kick off, and we'll see if we can find any more sleepers for the Eagles.
Less nervous.
Much less.
You had special feelings.
I feel like my heart is being touched by Christ. See, I touched.
Less nervous.
Yes,
Less nervous.
much less. Yes,
Less nervous.
much less.
You had special feelings.
I feel like my heart is being touched by Christ.
Right, we're back. Hello, thank you for holding on. I know that was probably a little bit longer than we intended, but we're back. Second half is almost underway, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm having a whale of a time. I hope you guys are as well. And again, fingers crossed this will be very much improved. Maybe have a co-host with us on for the Senior Bowl. That's going to be our main aim. Like, I want to try and make this as eventful as we can. Like, I mean, for me, live streaming has been... I'm even out of breath from running up and down the stairs. It's been the best thing I think that I've done on this channel by far. Like, it's so fun just sharing like a game with you guys, sharing that emotion, that experience. So the more that we can do through the year and for the little events like this, and we can link it to the Eagles, then the better. So fingers crossed, we'll keep having fun. We'll keep looking for players. So again, the players that I have got highlighted so far from that first half, I'll try and go through them in some sort of order, presumably. Oh, hang on, there's another page. I've got a page missing. So we need who have we missed? Dante also hasn't done anything yet. He's all getting a highlight. Dele Harding hasn't done anything yet. John Penasini, I've not seen much. Khalil Davis, I really liked. I've not seen much from him. Anything else from you guys? Again, so right, this is the players I've got highlighted after that first half. Alright, if you're new, if you've missed it, if you can't watch the Shrine game, if you're wondering who's doing what, who's looking good, who's looking bad, here's your first half recap. Eli Wolf, the tight end out of Georgia, number 47, is an absolute beast. Big fan of him. Mason Kinsey really heated up as the game went on. And James Morgan at quarterback, I think, really helped his draft stock. He was as solid as you could be, didn't make any errors, added a variety of throws, showed that he could make a huge array of them. So that was cool. Freddie Swain didn't really do too much. Aaron Parker did alright. He's highlighted for some reason. He did alright there. On defense, I've messed my page up again. It's alright. On offense for the West, we're going to keep rolling in the way whichever this comes out as. Chris Fink, now I've had him highlighted because of Geordie Fighter. Haven't seen much from him yet. Maybe we'll see him in the second half. Desmond Patman has been out there. Haven't seen enough from him to make a grade. Same with Benjamin Victor. He's another receiver. So Ohio State. Someone that I did watch tape on this week, was really impressed. I was going to put him in that Eagles article. Ultimately left him out because I wanted to make it just 10 players and he was like a fringe one for me. So maybe we'll see stuff from him. Nick Westbrook's another one. There are a lot of really good receivers like on this team, on that West roster. Haven't seen a lot of them make plays yet. But that Eli Wolf tight end on the East is unbelievable. You're just seeing highlights from him on the TV now. The guy's a machine. Absolute machine. Like, you love to see it. He's just unbelievable. Really big fan. Have you seen he's going to come out second half? He looks like Joe Flacco, James Morgan. Okay, anyway, right, moving on. Ben Ellefson, Houston Parker was bad. So if you're a fan of SDSU and Luke Barkey, unfortunately Houston Parker has let the team down a bit there. Wasn't really his strongest outing. Bad. Again, had a nice touchdown, but his run blocking, I should say, was subpar to say the least. So hopefully that will change if he does get some action in the second half. I don't know traditionally what format this goes, if you just get a drive and that's it. Seems a long way to go just for a drive, isn't it? You go all the way to Florida just for one drive. Surely you've got to rotate again. Alright, offense starts, which means we see more Parker. Cool, right. See what he can do. He's really got my attention, because I think he's got the tools. You can see him, like, that catch was so strong. It was unreal. It was such a strong pass. So I want to see him. I want to see him thrive. I want to see him do better. So hopefully we can. Hopefully we do see that. But they look fired up. We'll see how that goes. Well, what are you looking for in the second half, guys? What sort of players are you going to be keeping an eye on? Anyone in the first half that stood out or disappointed? Right, here we go. So Hightower, again, a player we haven't seen much of yet. Let's see. Right, we're off second half, boys. Strap yourselves in, get yourself a beer, order that pizza. Let's have some fun. East-West Shrine game. East leads 17-10. Right, so the tight end that we're looking at is there again. I'm very intrigued. And I know okay, so it's Mason Fine at QB, who I believe is like 5'11", very mobile. Looks, yeah, you can see he's a bit shorter. Oh, he looks small. He looks like a child. Oh, bless him. No. I really hope he shines out. I really hope he does well, because he is a young, mobile scrambler. I love his play, but he is a bit on the short side. That is obviously problematic at the next level. He looks tiny. It's like if Donnell Pumphrey was a quarterback. 29 and 9. It's not a bad TD to INT ratio, to be fair to him. Oh, big first throw. Was that Kinsey? Oh, Benjamin Victor. There we go. Right, the guy we were talking about. Right, let's see Victor's route running here. So, oh, he sells that so well. Right, Victor's getting a highlight. Victor is getting a highlight. I really like that. Really clean route. Really clean route. He's so, you know, for someone that's 6'4", nearly 200 pounds, that's a good route. That's crisp as you like. That was a cornflake of a route. Just crunchy, crispy. Love to see it. I like this. Is that a running back or an offensive lineman? I can't tell. Number 30 on the West. Tony Jones out of Notre Dame. There you go. Tony Jones. So whoever wanted Notre Dame players, there he is. 5'11", 225. Thought it was an offensive lineman. My bad. Not sure how I feel about those helmets though. The matte finish on those helmets, if you want to scratch it and make yourself cringe, like give me the vinyl finishes all day. Alright, so Tony Jones off again and stopped. He looks a bit slow, Tony Jones. Right. This will be interesting then. No, it was a joke, Jordy. I didn't actually think he was a lineman. He just looked a bit bigger than the running backs out there. Maybe it was in comparison to Mason Fine, who's done all right. So it's only early days, but he's doing all right so far. He's holding his own. Right. How we got? I mean, that tight end has been moved to fullback or a lead blocker, which is worrying me. I don't know. He's not really done. I don't know. What are we talking? Is that Elijah Riley out there? Right, so now he's got a okay, right. He's caught a pass, that tight end, for a first down on third down. Okay. That was nice. So he was in the backfield. Splits out. Nice little chip as well. Mason Fine steps up. Do you know what? That's a good throw by Mason Fine. He almost got clipped there. Stood in, made a nice throw. I rate it. Okay, let's see what happens next. Fine. Hands off again. Jones just can't seem to get any momentum going. Right. He's 5'10", he's even shorter than I expected. Now, a Quarterman's out there, okay. Oh, that pass is batted. Not a fan of that. Come on, I'm rooting for Mason Fine. I'm a sucker for a nice short. I'm like Johnny Manziel 2.0, just without the Johnny Manziel. Right, who's disliked that? Shocking. Hey, this isn't the Shrine, you know. It's an experiment, really. It's going okay. Nice pull guard. Yeah, he just got absolutely clattered there, didn't he? Right, 3rd and 12. Morgan's waiting, helmet on. So Morgan's going to go back out. But it's Mason Fine here so far. Tony Jones Jr. has another year. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That tight end's going to split out again. Into the flat. Mason Fine on the run. He ain't going to get it. He slides. That's a bit disappointing. So end of their first drive is going to be a 4th down. I presume it's going to be a punt. I can't see him doing anything too drastic here. But a bit of improvement for Parker, that tight end. It's got to be said. Although I was impressed with Benjamin Victor. That was not, I mean... Alright, so Highsmith was alright. Fair play, yeah. Let's see what we can do on the other side of the ball then. So now we're going to be taking a look on West defensively. Maybe Dante Olsen, maybe Dele Harding. Alright, we've got an ad break. How are we feeling after that one drive? Well, not much changed, if we're honest, other than Mason Fine came out and was fine, for lack of a better term. Who's your pick for tonight, McGregor or Karen? Do you know what? I don't follow a lot of UFC. I follow British boxing, obviously Anthony Joshua and stuff like that. McGregor, I used to like when he first came into it, and I rated the underdog and where he came from and the story that, you know, he couldn't afford to pay rent, was sleeping at the floor of his girlfriend's house and she was paying rent while he trained. Like, I loved that hustle. And then he kind of got way too animalistic and way too over the top, and it became a circus. And there was a point where like the trash talking and stuff was fun, like WWE level. Then it went overboard. And then there was the stuff with the bus. And then obviously he got absolutely rocked last fight and just bullied into oblivion. And he came out for this fight, and I watched the press conference, and he just looked humble, and he looked different, and he was shaking hands and just looking like calm, and I was like, that's a mature Conor McGregor, and I don't know if that's good or bad, or if he was scared of Corona, or maybe it was that he just brought back to earth, but I'm intrigued by it. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't make a pick like that at all. But I do think that we could see a different McGregor, like maybe more composed, a bit more reserved, a bit more aware than kind of going in all guns blazing that we used to see him. But again, I'm no UFC expert. That's sort of like me giving an opinion on badminton. If I'm honest, you're not going to get much value out of it, I'm afraid. So, scouting combine, February. Do you know what? Should we do a stream for the scouting combine? If you're here for it, if you're about it. If you enjoy this stream, I will happily do one for the scouting combine. Right, 1st and 10 for the East. Let's see what changes this time. Okay. Woo, Senior Bowl! Yeah, Pro Days. Right, we're going to do streams for all of them. We're going to go all in. We're going to have a lot of fun. Oh, I can't wait. I love the off-season. This bit of the off-season for me is the most fun because it kind of shows you... It separates the men from the boys, this part of the off-season. Like, you see the writers and the content creators or whoever that will dip into other sports and start covering basketball or start covering other things or just stop putting out content. Then there are the ones that go overboard. And talking of that, nice throw. Okay, I like that. That was a good throw. Talking and working overboard. Now that was Tommy Stevens, wasn't it? Great. Brilliant. Well, I mean, that explains why he took a play action and ran back to his own bloody goal line. Well, it wasn't a play action. He just got pressure. I mean, Furke scrambled, ran away, got rid of it. Fair enough. I was a bit too critical there. Didn't look at the whole play. He got pressured by the North Dakota State defensive end, who I was really intrigued by. Got a bit of pressure on him, but not enough to get that ball out. Barku's in the game at nickel. And he's going to... Alright, let's see how this goes. Can he shed that block? Yes, he can. Can't get down there, though. Come on, Luke. I really like Luke Barku. I would love a Luke Barku big play. I'd love it so much. But we'll see. I don't know. LeMay's been a bit, inconsistent today at running back for the East. But the West defense, I think, has really held its own. He had 3,000... Was that this year? Jesus. Okay, fair. FPS record. That's unreal. Oh, nice spin move. Ball comes out by Stevens. Oh, it's picked. Oh, no, I think that was a long time coming. First interception of the day. Barkey was in coverage, but it's the safety that gets it. Kirk. Out of Lamar. What a play. Right, 34 cut. I want to watch this again before I go making notes. But that was cool. 34. Where's he gone? Come on. I know you're here somewhere. Yeah, Luther Kirk out of Illinois State. Right. Is he going to get a mark for that interception? Oh, we're not going to get to see it. We'll put a temporary one down, boys. We'll put a temporary one. The marker's coming out. Stop that there. Just so I know to go back to it. Because I want to see the man coverage. I want to see the throw. I want to see if that fell in his lap or if he, closed down and got that. Because that could have been a really good play. That could have been a really good play. So we'll see. But either way, West defense isn't a joke. It's not a joke. I really like it. Let me have a look. If not that I'm a betting man by any means of the imagination, let me just see what the line is in play. Because I reckon you can probably get some value on the West here. Bearing in mind that you've got Tommy Stevens at quarterback in the East isn't exactly how. +3 and I'm taking. Oh, you can't even get value on it. That's a shame. Oh, it's 20-27. Otherwise, I would have had a little flutter, I think, on the West. I think they've impressed me more today. Now that you've got the initial starters out the way on the East, 100%, I think West are in real good stead there. so far. But obviously, it doesn't really matter who wins and loses unless you're a gambling degenerate like myself. But yeah, that was interesting. So Kirk could be obviously, we know the Eagles need safeties, but the chances of them drafting one so late is slim. I mean, you're looking back to a Trey Sullivan type move, if we're brutally honest. That's not ideal. They're going to need... Bearing in mind, both Rodney McLeod's a free agent and Malcolm Jenkins refuses to come back on the deal that he's currently on. So they do need a safety. They'll be looking higher up. If you're going to... I mean, in an ideal world, I think they bring back McLeod and Jenkins. Whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. I could very easily see it being a case where McLeod comes back on a cheaper deal. He's more open to negotiating. And Jenkins either walks and gets his bag somewhere else. And then you draft maybe a second, third round pick. I mean, my ideal pick was last year, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I was in love with that. So here we go, right, so a single high over the top. Number 34. Let's just see. I want to see him follow his eyes here. I mean, fair enough. Now, do you know what? He's getting a highlight for that. He's getting a highlight. That was really impressive. He read that. Before the ball even came out, he read that. I'm really impressed. Luther Kirk, safety. He's getting highlighted. Right. In you go. Big fan. Illinois State. I'll try and get some all 22 of him. We'll see what we can do. Right. So Mason finds back on. Do you know, I like the West in this situation. I really do. I think their defense is a bit better. I like the offense a bit better. From a neutral perspective, I want to see what they can do. I think they're moving down the field so efficiently. Nick Westbrook's on the field. That tight end's still there. Oh, he's annoying me today, isn't he? He is annoying me today. Right. So, I wish it said East defense. It made my life a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier. Right. Still no Novell Clark. I'm annoyed about that. Bit annoyed about that. Mason Fine again. Takes a check down. I think that's Nick Westbrook. Hey, do you know what? Right. Do you know what? If we're saying Nick Westbrook, it's only fair. Oh, do you know what? Can I get it? Oh no, my OBS is frozen. Oh, that's not good. Can you guys still see the stream live? Because I think my OBS is literally frozen. Hopefully, we're still okay. And it hasn't broken. It might have broken on me. I hope it's alright. If the stream's alive, let me know. If not, I'm going to have to restart it a sec. Oh, we're alive. No. Look at that. Nick Westbrook made a catch. Woo! Nick Westbrook. Yeah. See? That's what we're doing Senior Bowl. We're going all in with that kind of thing. Alright. But now it's 3rd and 2. Right, I'm intrigued by this Nick Westbrook now. So he's led Illinois in receiving for 2 years, in 2016 and 2018. Right, let's have a look. Mason Fine. Is he fine? Is he fine? Westbrook's in the slot. This is where I see him. I can see him. Oh, okay. Oh, he's going to take a hit. Slings it deep. Oh, what a play. What a catch. Benjamin Victor. That was huge. Oh, my. Oh, I'm a fan. Oh, I like that. Benjamin Victor. Oh, he's getting a second highlight for that. So, if you're not watching the stream, Essentially, it was a flea flicker. Fine launched it as he had a defender just flying into his face. And Victor goes up underneath the safety, hauls it down. That should have been a pick. What a play. Great chip block by the running back. Fine showing his arm strength. What a play. Benjamin Victor. Oh, wow. I rate that highly. I'm a big fan of that. That's cool. I mean, all right, Victor's going to get a nice little write-up after this game. Obviously, you know, post-game notes, phillysportsnetwork.com. The only place to see him, right? I'm impressed. Benjamin Victor, really, I mean, I had him on the edge of that, you know, am I going to put him in to this Eagles list or not? And I think he's probably going to be more of an outside guy than a slot guy. He's not going to fit what the Eagles are looking for directly. But as a receiving prospect, he's definitely among the most talented there. Proved it with that play. That was outstanding by Benjamin Victor. Really impressive stuff. Jeez, I'm a little bit flustered after that. That was huge. Wow, okay, that's shaking things up for sure. I really like that. Unreal. I'm a bit taken away, if I'm honest. That was such a nice play. Unreal. And now the West are back in. Tie game. Maybe Mason Fine's got some developmental potential after all. I mean, obviously it's all going to come down to how he tests in the combine and everything, but that was cool. Victor is another under at 6'4", 200. Yeah, I mean, we got a real example of his vertical there. Oh, I'm very impressed. That was nice. He's, don't get me wrong, he's highlighted on my sheet now with it. I'm going to put a little star next to him. How would you even draw a star? That'll do. That's a star. We'll pretend that's a star. Right, we'll get some tape broken down on Benjamin Victor then, because that was utterly deserving. Excited to see what happens next to the game. Now, this is all of a sudden taking a very explosive turn. I wasn't expecting it to whatsoever. Put a little cross here. So my notes so far, I mean, when we're talking Eagles draft prep, I mean, get you a beat writer who, you know, well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Get you... Oh, I feel like a newsreader, but it's just full of offensive playmakers. Well, for the tie game, there's no camera now. Oh, there we go. A bit late. It's cool. I'm seeing how many people go to an event like that. I wish we had stuff like it in England. 6 minutes to go. 17-17. I like what I'm seeing out of the West. The East, for the most part, have been disappointing. Outside of Morgan, Marino, and Highsmith. And obviously Eli Wolf. The rest... I mean, it hasn't been going well. Okay, so, I mean, that was cool. Right, let's see how we can go next. Right, so Easter back on the field. Oh, it's taking a while. They're taking a while, boys. They're taking a while. I can't wait to write this up. So there's going to be a post-game sort of summary on the players that stood out that could interest the Eagles. That should be coming. Maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'd like to say tonight, but I think it might make more sense to drop it tomorrow. But either way, I mean, this has been cool. Right, so is it still if it's still Tommy Stevens at quarterback and Tommy Jones at running back who is really struggling, then I think the West are going to win this game because there's no way that Stevens has shown me anything outside of borderline Clayton Thorson level play. It's a bit dangerous, you know. They're doing an interview right next to a kicking net. All it takes is one bad kick and whoosh, someone is going to the hospital a bit quicker. I'm not a fan of that. They should be a bit smarter with that, guys. We've seen too many accidents happen there before. Right, so Stevens drops back, pressure in his face, lofts one deep. Oh, what a pass. Oh, he's dropped it. No! Who was that? Oh, that's the one thing you can't do. The ball was on the mat. It's the Temple wideout, who someone told me to watch earlier today, actually. Where's his name gone? So it's on the East offense. I can't find my sheet of paper. Temple. Was it Isaiah Wright? Yeah, Isaiah Wright, number 17. That's such a shame. The 6'1", 214 ran a nice corner route and just dropped it. Ball came over his shoulder, tracked it well, got a hold of it, wide open space, right in the turkey hole, and just dropped it. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, there's a flag on the play, though. Huh. That was such a shame. He could have had a real leap then up the boards, but it's not the case. It's 2nd and 16, so there would have been a play for offensive holding, I believe. So at the minute you've got, I think it's still Tommy Jones at running back. They've now taken a timeout. I mean, Stevens, that's the best throw he's made all day. That is the best throw Tommy Stevens has made. I think he's had the most exposure of any West QB. And that's the best throw he made, and it was let down. The receiver just dropped it. Hate to see it. Receiver sounds like Aguilar. Yeah, dude, Isaac, if you're not watching it, it was a terrible drop. It was a terrible drop. As in, like, caught it, ran, and just fell over and dropped it. You can't get much worse than that. Oh, is Stevens getting back out? Okay, right. Big name to watch if you're watching the stream. Malcolm Perry, number 10, former Navy QB, now playing wide receiver. I want to see what he can do, because this reminds me so much. It's a Greg Ward situation. It's a former quarterback, ran obviously a very unique offense at Navy, coming into this looking like he could well be a viable wide receiver, or at least testing like one. Had 2,000 rushing yards last year. He's lined up in the slot, which is presumably where he's going to be limited to. Little hop steps trying to... okay, well, I was looking at him and they got thwarted anyway, because Jones isn't... Oh, it's not Jones anymore, is it? It's LeMay again. Well, LeMay, after that big run, has been absolutely thwarted. Chuska, the defensive end out of North Dakota State. That's another name to watch. You've got Runyon out there. See, look at that, 3rd and 19 and no sticks defense. Stevens is going to escape, and that's going to be an illegal forward pass if he makes it. It's his 4th down. Couldn't get anything there. And the West are going to come back out on the field. Wow. I mean, yeah, I had a feeling that really... Oh, well, look at those. Look at that. Look at that electric... What? The chain has an electric, like, display, a digital display. They're going for it on 4th and 7. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, they're punting. Never mind. My bad. Right. Let's get this West. Give me some Mason Fine content. Give me Mason Fine content. West have come to... Oh, he's dropped the return. No. All right, he's fell on it. It's all fine. Everything's... Don't panic. Everything's great. Don't you worry. Right. 17-17 so far. West possession. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd. That helmet has taken a battering, whoever that was. Like, someone has just stamped on that at half-time for fun. So, Tommy Stevens makes a redeemable play, and it's dropped by a receiver. That is, again, really unfortunate. You hate to see it. Right. Who's standing out to you guys so far again? We'll keep going around. We'll keep that discussion going. Who should I be looking at? Getting in towards the 4th quarter now. Who's standing out? Who's, keeping our attention? I've got my list. I've got my rosters here. Look at this. See, I come prepared. All right, we come prepared. And, well, I don't know. I'm impressed. I've got some names I'm going to go watch some tape for after this. I mean, Eli Wolf, I wish got more game time. He had a really strong first quarter. Wish we saw a bit more from him, really, but, you know. adverts again. I don't get adverts. That's annoying. Also, guys, one thing we will be doing over the next couple of weeks is just trying to look at, again, sort of the content we give you guys. This week in Philadelphia sports is still coming. I want to do Eagles film rooms, looking back at the whole season and like the development or the regression of certain players. Is there someone you want me to look at in particular? Like a good, I know Sidney Jones is going to be probably a hot name. I think Sidney Jones makes the most sense to me given how much uncertainty there is at the cornerback position, how the Eagles don't really know what they've got at the cornerback position. And Jones went from quite good to worryingly bad to being slated by his teammates and coaches to suddenly being a clutch hero. So that's a name I want to do. Like, I think all the cornerbacks really are going to be in that, you know, that film breakdown and just looking at what are they responsible for, what are they not. But what a interception that was by Kirk. That was unreal. And then you got Mason Fine's touchdown pass to Benjamin Victor with his hops. Benjamin Victor definitely made catch of the day. So Mason Fine isn't back on the field. Oh, I thought we were going to see more Mason Fine. We're not. So Mason Fine's day has ended fine. Oh, is that Elijah? No, is that Neville Clark? I can't see. Like, my display is a bit dodgy. I can't see if the helmet's like gold or bronze. I'm sure we'll see in a minute. All right. That is the weirdest rush I've ever seen by a quarterback. That was the most... I was clumsy as anything. Clumsy as anything. He's got his arms out like he's trying to stop himself from falling, and he's just waddling to the sideline. That's like me trying to run home after a night out after one too many beers. That was... Okay, that happened. That girl with the water bottle was kind of cute. Oh, it's Hundley's back. Here making... Okay, man. That's cool. I think I'm in it. Yeah, I think I'm in Discord. So Huntley hands it off. And that goes nowhere on 2nd and 3. Well read. Oh, see, so that tight end's back again. He's going to confuse me. He'll be the most perplexing player of this Shrine game has been that tight end. So Coleman looking to make a bit of an impact now, out of Stanford. We'll keep an eye on him. Hang on, 41. That's my guy. That's my boy Neville Clark. Neville Clark is on the field. I think my day's been made. 41, yeah, he must be. He's there, yeah, Neville Clark, right. Right, my eyes are glued, if that's the case. Is he in the, yeah, he's in the nickel. No, that's the other side, isn't it, surely? I saw number 41 and got excited. Alright, first down for the West. We all should have seen that coming. Fletch, Edwards, corners. Right, bingo. Gotcha. I just saw number 41. I got very overexcited. Look at that pass. Oh, whoa! Okay, not sure where that hand's going, Sunshine, but put it back in your pocket. Coleman got a face mask there. Designated pass rushers. It's weird. Highsmith has been, I think, the one that showed the most so far. Right, so West are out of timeouts. UCF. Oh, wait, no, it is. Surely. UCF. Yeah, Neville Clark. Right, he is. Bingo. Go on, Nev. I love you. Not like that, but enough. I think at 6'1", he's got rangy arms. He's so aggressive at the catch point. There's something about the way UCF breed their corners. They just come out so feisty. I'm presuming he's going to go in the nickel. The Collegiate Bowl tonight. There's another one. No one told me there was another bowl. I would have done another. If you want to see another stream, I'm happy. I can sit here for a few more hours. Right, Neville Clark outside, bottom of your screen, 6'1". This is my guy. Bailed. Okay, first down. Right. No big play for Nev. Oh, helmet's come off. Pick that up. Help him out. There you go. Right, I'm keeping my eyes fixed on Neville Clark here. Nice throw by Huntley, to be fair. That wasn't the easiest throw in the world to make to Hightower. He got brought down anyway. He's got his helmet back, though. It's fine. I love those Boys State. There's a really, really promising young QB Boys State have got, and I can't wait to see him like in a couple of years development-wise. I think he got injured this year, but I watched him really early in the season. He's, 5th, 6th round pick at the, if he was to go today, probably like really low down, but I don't know. He's got a little bit of potential, bit of zazz to him, bit of swaz. Right, let's see. I just want to see what he can do. I want to see Neville Clark get targeted. So he's playing a fair way off the ball. Oh, it's a run anyway. Oh, big run. Robinson gets through. Big time first down for him. Right, let's see who's responsible here. Some nice blocking by number 71. That was a great play. Another stream pull the trigger. Dude, I might have to. I was going, at least with this, I knew players I was looking for. The Collegiate Bowl, I had no idea. I would have no idea. Hartley's off again. Okay. Fair. All right, Huntley's looking like he's going to try and steal the show for probably best quarterback of the afternoon. Just nice little play action. Probably had a receiver if he wanted it. Didn't want to take the risk in double coverage. Right. It's the end of the third quarter and the West are in enemy territory. Oh, I'll tell you what, if Benjamin Victor gets another touchdown, it's ice on this game. Like, he's just won it. He's improved his draft stock a really substantial amount. Oh, look at that. You can get 4 boxes. $4.98. 4 boxes at Home Depot, apparently. Don't have Home Depot here, but if you want 4 boxes and you're thinking, oh, where do I get them? Home Depot. Oh, do you know what? This has been a fun stream so far. I've definitely got some players to look at. Some disappointing me, though. Like, Derek Zucker, I was hoping to see a bit more from. I think Jawan Johnson was, came into this event. Is probably, I'd say, one of the most highly touted wide receivers and has come out doing barely anything. He's been upstood by about everyone. Then you've got Shaq Quarterman, who hasn't tested well at all. Has barely been visible. So, it's an interesting platform. Obviously, the Combine's going to speak for a lot as well. Oh, I just realised it's a Saturday night. Everyone's outside, making lots of noise. Hopefully it doesn't come on the microphone. We'll be fine. See, another FedEx advert. I keep thinking this is for maple syrup, but it's not for maple syrup. It's for FedEx. How many players have we got highlighted here? So we've got 1, 2, 3. We'll say 3. It's not 4 for Freddie Swain. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 13 players so far that I'm taking a closer look at after the game. Again, I'll put them into an article in terms of the biggest winners and losers and that sort of thing. If that's the content you want to see, that is the content you will get. Again, if you're new around the channel, if you haven't hit that like button, if you're not subscribed, it would be brilliant if you could. And just to save me going insane and talking to myself, it'd be cool to have you around for as many streams as possible over the next couple of months. Like, again, Senior Bowl, we're going to have one for maybe the NFL draft. Maybe first round, until the Eagles pick. Until 5, but then that defeats the object, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's I'd love to do it, but I'd have to dip and write about the pick and record a video while someone else streams. So, we'll see. I'm sure we can work something out and host a little draft party and see who comes on. I don't know, but I'm sure we can figure a few pieces out. Look at their studio up there. That's like mine, only not in a stadium. And they've got a blue screen and not a green screen. Who's that? Look at Alec. Oh. He looks so professional. Go on, Alec. Oh, I really love what the Shriners Hospital do. Anything like that, it means so much. So basically, like, I'm going to tell you what Zed put notes. So we're in a competition with Crossing Broad on Bet America. Winner gets $1,000 for whoever gets the most correct picks between now and the Super Bowl. And I want to, if we win, so if PSM win, like, I'm donating a huge chunk of it to charity because I love helping charities. I don't know, and I'm not just saying this to be that guy or to virtue signal. Like, I'm just genuinely being serious. Like, I don't know, it warms my heart in such a way where, I don't know, I wasn't from like a really fortunate background. You see the impacts of certain illnesses and stuff, and especially mental health. Like, I don't know, it's cool seeing stuff like that. Fair play to what the Shrine Game do, and for all the help that, all the money they raise obviously goes to the Shriners Hospital. Like, it's bigger than football, and that's what it's all about. Like, I love that. Fair play. Big up Shriners Hospital. Like, I'll donate after the game. I'm going to donate after the game because it's only fair. Hey Brittany, how you doing? Thank you for coming into the stream. Hopefully you've had a good weekend so far. That does feel weird though without Eagles football. Oh, I genuinely, it warms my heart seeing stuff like this. Right, anyway, 3rd and 2, back to the game. I've got to stop being sloppy about charity. Did they get... Nah. Oh, they're going to go for it as well, aren't they? I don't think they'll kick the field goal there. Dude, he wants to be a sports broadcaster. Like, get him on. Get him into broadcast speed. Like, he sounds so professional. He's got a real broadcast voice. Oh, that's actually made my day. Like, that has made this entire stream really, really cool. Right, they're going for a field goal. Have they iced the kicker? It's gone through. But on my field goal rules, that doesn't count because he went over. So you get 2 points. So if we're playing Liam's East-West Shrine Game rules, very different score, isn't it? Oh, I love this broadcast. It's just been one of them, isn't it? I don't know. It's sort of died down a bit now, but now we actually get a full drive of the East. I'm going to see if that Alec, is it Kabakungan? Alec Kabakungan. I'm going to try and follow him on Twitter, see if there's anything we can do to help out with the charity after this game. I know I'm talking out loud here, but that'd be really cool. So East all overthrown. Was that? I can't have been Tommy Stevens again. Right, okay. Looked like fairly good coverage. Little rub route. Oh, he reads that. Who was that? Right, 32 defense. I like that on the West. 32 defense. Where are you? Hey, DeMarcus Acey out of Missouri. You're on the list. I really like that. That was a nice play. 6 foot, 197. I'm watching him again. Shaded inside. He's playing zone. He's played it quite well. I like that play. That was a good time, big time play. There, right, there's Olsen. Right, Olsen's making moves now. He's in the game. Dante Olsen, one of the real sleepers of this class. You know, out of a real small school in Montana. He's gone Burrow. Alex gone Burrow. Right, for those of you who don't know about this Joe Burrow thing, someone started it on Twitter that apparently me and Joe Burrow look similar. And since then, it sort of caught on. And I was like, right, I want to see how far I can take this. So I added a picture of Joe Burrow smoking a cigar to my Tinder profile. Kept it where it was. So like, I think it was in Manchester at the time. And someone matched me and was like, oh, nice LSU jersey. I'm a Clemson fan. And I was like, that is the best thing to ever happen. That's amazing. Like someone is not only a Clemson fan and gone, that's Joe Burrow, the man that has just tore my team up. But somehow realised that that's not him, it's me. That was funny. Joe Burrow's stunt double. I don't look like him today. My hair's gone all kinds of wavy and horrible, but you know. the wind and rain is not my best friend. So, as for that East drive that was going to last and we've got to look at, that went down very, very quickly. Right, Alec Kabakungan 4 is his Twitter. I'm following him. What a guy. He comes across so well. Right. Alec Kabakungan 4. There he is. Awesome. Really like that. Cool. So it's 2017 at the minute to the West. I thought the West were going to come back and win. They've now got the ball. Good news is, I might have found a new corner to look at into Marcus Acey. That was a nice play. To come down on that rub concept the way he did, to read it that well. That was a really nice bit of football IQ from him there. So I'm going to dig into his stats and stuff. Obviously, you know, playing on the same team as Luke Barkew, maybe he didn't get as much spotlight, but we'll see. That's given me some names to look at now over the next few hours. Okay, so right, Leo. Okay, man, cool. I will have a look shortly. We'll see if we can get a little Discord chat going. So I'm still disappointed there's none from Dele Harding yet. Didn't see much from John Penasini. I suppose a lot of, you know, the Shrine game is about teams meeting with players and it's about the workouts and the drills and the 1v1s. So I'm not overly concerned if a player doesn't ball out. It's not like if a player has a bad showing or isn't visible or doesn't flash that they're suddenly not a draft-worthy prospect. It's probably just, there could be a multitude of things. But if they've shined all week in practice and then they've come across like really well in interviews, then it doesn't really matter that much. Like, they're still going to come away with a really valuable experience and something that's probably boosted their draft stock regardless because teams are a bit higher on them. So I'm not overly concerned if a player, someone like a Dele Harding or a Derek Juka or Khalil Davis, are they brothers? Are Khalil and Carlos Davis brothers? I know it sounds silly. I'm not a big Nebraska guy. So Khalil and Carlos, two defensive tackles, both play for Nebraska. Very similar builds. One's an inch taller and 6 pounds heavier. Very intrigued. I wonder if they are. If someone could let me know. Alright, it's Tyler Huntley, some highlights from him. Oh, he's mic'd up apparently. That was that impressive touchdown from the tight end. Okay, let's see what comes next then. So we're almost at the end of the ride, guys. It's been quite an emotional one so far. Huntley 6 of 8, 47 yards and a tutty to his name. Okay, let's see. Is my guy Neville Clark out there? Oh, that was a dead play. That was dreadful. Whatever happened there, that was awful. But it's not Huntley, so Huntley's back on the sideline. So I'm assuming they've gone through their entire roster by this point. It's probably going to end up being just the guy at the bottom. Okay, right. So let's see. Couple of Missouri. It'll be interesting. Right. So you got a Mizzou quarterback. There's 3 Missouri players on the field at the same time. You've got to feel like he's gonna probably target one of his guys on a route they've run in college, something like that. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So Neville Clark, I think, is out there outside. Oh, big! Oh, he's dropped it again. Number 19. Can't be doing that. That was Benjamin Victor, who's had such a good day. And that drop, it shouldn't detract too much from him. I mean, it was a nicely thrown ball. Great. Actually, if anything, it was just a great play by the defender. So number 27. It's a Motley for Oklahoma. Right, he's going on the list. Nice play. What we want to see from a safety. Number 27, Parnell Motley. Do you know what? I was going to add him so he's a corner. I was going to look at his tape, and I didn't get around to it. He's added to my list of has done okay players. I think Shaq Quarterman's out there, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully Jay Johnson. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, I was really high on him. You can say number 12 should be out there. Oh, yeah, he's just had a catch there from Kelly Bryant. Was that Alex Highsmith? Yeah, Alex Highsmith on the sack. Right, big day for him. Love to see it. Alex Highsmith. Had a feeling he'd shine. Nice bend there. Okay, right, I think we've got plenty to write about immediately after this game, haven't we? Right, so it's a punt for West. So maybe there's life in this yet then. We're not out of the woods yet. Oh, hello, Mason Kinsey's had a good day already. Big punt return. Oh, we love to see that. That's cool. All right, okay. I think they needed that kind of boost. So Kinsey has been, I think, one of the most consistent producers. Nice. Number 13, Mason Kinsey. We'll go watch some of his film. 10 minutes to go. West up by 3. The list of players that have caught my eye is definitely growing as I go through my sheets of paper. I got a golf advert. I'd love to do. I would love a really cool idea I've got is to interview. It's really hard being in England, so it'd have to literally be someone like Jay Ajayi, which I've tried so many times to get hold of him. Is to have a round of golf while interviewing a player, and then in between the holes you walk and you talk and you do that kind of thing. I'd love that. That'd be really fun. Like, that's the sort of place I want to take this channel. Like, I want to make it as diverse and as fun and as different as possible. I want it to stand out from different channels that are out there. So we'll see what happens, you know. But that's the sort of idea we're looking at to maybe try and pull off for like 2020. Oh, I mean, I'm intrigued now to see how this last 10 minutes ends. Like, oh, I want to see some more big plays. I want to see a few more flashes. I think as of right now, I've seen enough from the players that I would go, hey, this guy's worth looking at. But a late flash can obviously change that. Like, you know, a huge 60-yard touchdown or a big rush or a huge sack. Like, anything like that is only going to add to that resume. Oh, I swear this free phone football advert does my head in. Can't stand it. Absolute waste of time. Awful advert. I don't know why it exists. Why is it that? Get it? It drains me. So I'm going to lob a highlighter at this TV in a minute if it doesn't go off. I can't stand it at all. Free phone football. What? Not okay. Is what it is, I suppose. Will Shields. Oh wow. Wow, look at that. I'd love old school all 22. Like, if you can find some proper 1970s, 1980s coaches film, that is some like R-rated content right there. But as we go into the final 10 minutes of the game, now, I know the players I'm looking at. I know who I want to write about as soon as the game comes to an end. Oh, but the stream's on 19 likes. If we can get the stream to 20, that'd be sick. That'd be awesome if we could do that. Again, this is for something where it was a total on-the-whim move at like 6 p.m. my time. I had 2 hours to set it all up. Saturday's normally my day off. I try and take a bit of rest on Saturday and then work 6 days a week, but not today. Today we're going in, and I thought I'd treat you guys. So if you could leave a like, that would be absolutely brilliant. We can get it over the line to 20. East back on the field. Let's see where we're looking. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Okay, right. We've got a touchdown. Wow. Was that quarterback? Was that QB sneak? No, or QB rush? Or was it a handoff? I mean, they've interviewed Dan Pastorini at the worst possible time there. But they're rowing a boat. The Easter happy. Wow, what a that guy's got some juice, whoever it was. So I think it was number 10. So hang on, was that Malcolm Perry? Was that it's a Navy quarterback Malcolm Perry that's now playing wide receiver? I've got a feeling that was Malcolm Perry. Yeah, he's getting a highlight if it is. Yeah, it must be. It was Malcolm Perry. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's huge. So Malcolm Perry, who is built in an identical role to Greg Ward at Houston, only the offense he's coming out of is obviously a bit different. Right. I mean, they have gone through that whole touchdown and not said a word about it. So thank you, whoever that 20th like was. Very, very kind of you. It was indeed Malcolm Perry. So that is brilliant. Like, oh, look at the whips. You know what? The speed that man has got. Get him on screens, get him on little sweeps. So he's playing at quarterback and just took off. Bit of a wildcat play. He's working out as a wide receiver. Got chipped by his own lineman. Still ran. And that is a rare kind of speed. And then you got Earl Wolf, number 47. Great block as well. So Jesus Christ. Eli Wolf. Eli Wolf has already had a very good game. He's looking strong at run blocking now, especially on that Perry TD. But Malcolm Perry, 2,000 yards last year. If he's going wide receiver, if the Eagles want another Greg Ward prototype, I really like that. If this is an Eagles offense that craves speed, and it's an offense that craves that acceleration and that burst and that explosiveness, you may not find many more players that can do that. That was a very impressive play. So West now back on the field. Right, let's see where we go from here then. That's some bizarre technique from down below. What is 23 doing? Just leapt on and was just carried by the pile. Alright. Malcolm Perry's still recovering. I don't blame him. That was unbelievable run. Right, let's see where this goes. I'm intrigued now to see how the West offense is going to respond. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I said that, Malcolm Perry hadn't been there all game, that he'd been a bit quiet, that obviously hadn't really featured. To see him come in and do that, that's outstanding. Really impressive stuff. Oh, offense are in a world of trouble now on the West. There's Elijah Riley. That's the other guy I was talking about to mention. So number 23 on the East cornerback. He's been one of the main talking points of the practices this week. Elijah Riley is someone that stood out, that is playing with the needed skills set. He's quite raw. But well, let's see. He's now on the field. I've got his name written down. Is he on the side? He is. There he is on the side of the screen. Elijah Riley. Right, let's see what the West can do. They're 2nd and 22. They're down by 4. All right, and pressure! Oh, huge sack! But there's a flag. And that may be... Oh, it's Mason Fine's back in the game. Right, okay. Yeah, I think that was definitely way too high. Shame. Really shame. Really big shame there. I would have thought that could have been, well, a huge sack. And if he's been wiped away, yeah, face mask. I hate to see it. When he bursts through, I mean, I don't know what the other lineman was doing, but there's, oh my god, he literally almost ripped the helmet clean off. No need for that. Fine tries to spin away. Nah, that's shocking. Not a fan. Really swinging neck breaker, own DDT. That was... Right, 1st and 10 then. So the West offense has some life after that face mask. We know Mason has some wheels. We know he's a little bit undersized. He hands the ball off. There's a little bit of running room, but a great tackle by number 42 on the East defense, who, as I try and look through who that was, I've got it here. Oh, I've got all these sheets of paper, so it doesn't say if it's East or West on any sheet of paper I have, so... Oh, it's Smith. I could have looked at the screen. I could have done that. Alright, so... That was a nice tackle. Rashad Smith, linebacker. We know the Eagles need a linebacker. That was a nice tackle. He gets a mark. Right. Not quite you know, and I'm going to go and watch his tape incessantly just yet, but it's a mark. It's a good start. Another handoff, and oh, do you know what? To get through that hole and burst out the way he did, Robinson did well. That was cool. That was a really nice little burst there through the trench. Just poked his head up through the hole. 3rd and... Couldn't quite get the first down there, so it's 3rd and 1. Right. Wonder if they'll just try and QB sneak it or do a run. Yeah, looks like they're going to run. They've got that big tight end back there. And they've got it and more. And Robinson's away. And that could be a touchdown. Robinson's all the way to the house. Uncaught. Touchdown to the West. They'll go up 26-24. Huge run. That was the Robinson drive. That was really, really good. Let's see where he was on my thing. James Robinson, Illinois State, is going to get a little mark as well. Not quite sure the long speed's there. He did get caught by the safety in the end. But either way, huge, like 60-yard touchdown, whatever it was. 63 yards. That was a good guess. 63 yards. Can't ask for much more than that. They didn't even try to block the field goal. No, I don't like that. I didn't even try to block that. That's annoying. But Robinson, nice little cut to just turn that defender inside out. I'm going to put him on the list. We know the Eagles may be looking at a running back. They may not be. Either way, that was cool. Right, who are you guys impressed with so far? Who've been the players that have stood out as my list continues to get bigger and bigger? The rosters are all muddled up. I don't know what's east, what's west. I mean, it's all gone north at the minute. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. But who are the players in the second half that have stood out for you so far? Because it's definitely been a much more offense-friendly second half, I'd say, than what we saw in the first. Definitely a lot more aggression in terms of play calling. Just trying to get these players into a position to, I guess, show their stuff. But this has been cool. I've really enjoyed this in terms of just trying to get an early look at these prospects before proceedings start to heat up. So here we are. Around 8 minutes to go. I would do the Collegiate Bowl if I had any idea of the players that were there. And I hadn't been here for 3 hours already. I think I might need to go and get a drink. Oh, fantasy draft. Look at that. See, I was awful in fantasy this year. My fantasy team was dreadful. We did a Philly Sports Network one, and it didn't end prettily. It didn't end prettily. I may or may not. I think I'm last, but I was definitely near the bottom. So... 15 of you here as we come towards the end. I'm impressed with the aggression tone. Yeah, definitely been some... I don't know. I think defense has been a bit... I was expecting to see a bit more from defense. Like, there are so many I think, prolific defenders. Like we say, Shaq Quarterman, Luke Barku's another one. There have been so many guys on defense that have been dominant, like at college, and just haven't really been here. They haven't had that platform. And I think the offensive lines have both played well. I know Runyon looked fairly strong. Is that Runyon there? It is. As I'm talking about him, they've got him there. I should be doing the links for NFL Network. Has he got his dad there? It is. That's nice. You just come off the field, John Runyon Jr. Imagine that, any other job. Imagine, like, finishing up a shift at Target and going, you've just come off the shop floor, Stephen Allenson. And Steve's like, what? What? Oh, they called him Dad. They called him Dad. Not a fan. So John Runyon obviously had a very controversial opinion about the Carson Wentz hit recently, which went down like a cup of cold sick. But the East are back on the field, which is what we're looking at. Oh, he's got options there. He's gone deep. Oh, make the play. What a play. Love that. Number 29 on the East defense. No, West defense. Where's my sheet? I don't know. Number 29. Was it? Yeah, Jordan Glasgow, Michigan. Like that. That was some feisty play. He gets a highlight from me. He's going on there. It will go into my article. That was a nice play. Big pass breakup. Oh, I'll tell you, I've got a long list of players to go and look at after this. Receiver had that ball as well. With zone coverage. Perfectly thrown ball. I'm keeping my eyes fixed on him now. Jordan Glasgow. Out of Michigan. Looks like it, well. No, big hit there. Nice. Number 33. Tell him. Show him how it is. John Runyon's still talking. It's all right. Again, not like there's a game on. It's alright. We're not watching. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, they're just on about how the East offense was really good. You kind of want to see the list. Alright, well, I can show you paper by paper. I don't know if it's going to come out backwards or not. It might do, it might not. Does that come out back? Oh, it doesn't. Right, there we go. So, we've got Malcolm Perry. James Morgan is obviously highlighted because fifth round quarterback. Didn't see much of Freddie Swain. Who? There we go. There's another one. Eli Wolf should have like a million marks next to him because he's been really good. As I say that, big time play by the defensive line. Huff. Not Josh Huff. So Huff out of Memphis made that one. But I've got like 6 sheets. So I'll staple it all together. Basically, anyone that's highlighted here, I'll write a paragraph about them. I'll put it on phillysportsnetwork.com. There'll be an article either later today. It'll probably go out tomorrow, if I'm honest, just purely for the fact that it's 5 p.m. It makes sense to have Sunday content because, you know, Sunday the playoffs are on. Everyone's watching that. Like, I'll just get it up Sunday morning. We can all read that before the playoffs. Oh, Jonathan Johnson almost dropped it. That's not good. He's been a bit underwhelming. That's a shame because he was one of my big players I wanted to watch coming into today. Really like what I've seen of him. Taking a look at Shea Patterson. Is he in the game now? Because I think Shea Patterson's... I was feeling like there's something I really like about his game. Dude, oh, totally agree. Totally agree. He jumped out of the screen there. And that's what you kind of want to see. Not a flash. Someone that makes you go, wow, who the hell is that guy? So Jordan Glasgow is his name. 6 foot, 226 pounds. Yeah, I'm going to go grind some tape on him. Probably like one of the first players I look at now. Like, that's cool. I really want to see that. Like, that level of play, that hustle. West offense back on the field. I think they're just trying to probably drain the clock now. They're up by 3. Nasty boys is what they say there. That's what I'm putting in my Tinder bio. Darryl Williams, John Runyon, Kevin Dotson. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. But I like making notes. I'm a very notes person. Like yeah. If anyone stole my phone, I'd be more concerned about my notes being seen than like my text and my images because I'd write my entire life in notes of like ideas for PSN, like feelings, songs, poems. It's a mess, my notes section. So more paper the better. Now Huntley's back in the field. Makes that probably about 3rd and 8, I reckon, from there for a nice little rush. Nothing open. 5 minutes 40 to go. West 3rd and 8. Alright, so we're still on 20 likes, which is really cool. I keep saying really cool. You can say it's one of those streams. Let's see if we get to 25. That would be amazing. Now, let's just keep pushing it. Keep pushing that limit. 3rd and 8 for the West. So if you've not liked it already, it would be amazing if you could hit that blue thumb. Huntley does a bit of Carson Wentz, ducks away from pressure. Oh, he gets clattered there, though. Was that Quarterman? That was Quarterman, wasn't it? Yeah. Shaq Quarterman has made a play. It took him 3.5 quarters. Let's see anything else stands out on here. Great pressure by number 71. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's the thing with Quarterman, and it's really puzzling me. Because he comes in like a steamroller. Like, look at the speed he gets coming down. Like, athletically, he's unbelievable. But then, like, you put him in zone, and there are just so many little things that come back to haunt you, and he's not quite as efficient and can get a bit lost. But that's a big hit by Shaq Quarterman. Huge. I think you can see the frustration, and that he's probably had a bit of a quieter game than he would have wanted, so he's just absolutely unloaded on Tyler Huntley there. Right, let's see what comes next then. So, are they going to go for it on 4th and 3? Probably not. East offense coming back onto the field. Oh, we're going to have a tense final few minutes if you're hoping for a close finish and a bowl game. Ooh. Big kick. Right. Not sure where Freddie Swain tried to return that. Just keep hold of it, take a knee. Wow, Jimmy G was in the Shrine game. Who knew? Emmanuel Sanders. Who knew? Za'Darius Smith. I'm just going to keep reading all the names out. Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see how this ends now. Especially on defense. Like, the defense is starting to pick up a bit. Right. So, is it Mobile or Mobile or Mobile? For East West? No, Senior Bowl. Because I think it's Mobile. But is it Mobile, Alabama? Mobile, Alabama? I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. This is the thing being British. You guys say it very differently in pronunciation to me. Can you do some work with safety 23 from BYU? Yes, of course I can. Give me a second. Let me add him onto my list. Safety BYU. It's not Jeremiah Dinson. That was the one I was hoping to see a bit more from, if I'm honest. Is it Austin Lee? Austin Lee, number 23. Yeah, number 23. Austin Lee. Alright, cool. Right, we'll add him as well. Oh, great, right. So Tommy Stevens is back in, which basically means this drive ends an interception and the West win the game. Oh, Barku's back out. My G. Go on. Come on, Luke. Do it for the cornerback brand. Go get that pick. That receiver he's lined up against has been awful all game. But there is a clear size mismatch. RPO, hand it off, up the middle. Oh, it takes a lot to bring him down. Like mobile quarterback. Okay, right, interesting. Well, there's that 29. So it's 29 again, isn't it? That Glasgow. Is it Glasgow? He's made some really, yeah. Jordan Glasgow from Michigan made a couple of really nice plays. So clock's winding down. East are supposedly going to go and try and win the game. Glasgow has now been in on about 3 plays in a row. Best interviews? What do you mean? As in best TV interviews? Best team interviews? Where are we looking at here? Oh, I like these notes. Oh, I'm a big sucker for notes. Right, Barkey, go on, Barkey. Nick Westbrook, he's matched up against. He's on screen. Shed the block. I can't. Oh, that's bad. Oh, and now they're going to get absolutely burned to smithereens. They should be able to. Oh, what was that Glasgow again? No, who was that? 28. That was a hell of a tackle. The hustle there.
Unreal. I mean, they just take the check down. It's on, but Barku's got to get off that block. Barku's got to do better. That's a real shame. I said that before, that at the catch point, as a cover corner, I think he's brilliant. But in terms of run blocking, like, he has the willingness, he has the effort and the hustle to be around the ball. But trying to get off his blocks and make tackles isn't quite as ideal and as smooth as his play at the catch point. So now they're almost in field goal range. And there goes Glasgow again. I like it. Oh, they're calling him Glasgow. Okay, did you go to Glasgow, Scotland as well? Is that a thing? Yeah, I'm going to go to Scotland and go to Glasgow. Oh dear. Right, pronunciation borders are always a problem, aren't they? That's Glasgow. Is anyone else saying Glasgow, or is it just me? I need to know where I sit right now, because that's going to confuse me. Jordan, Glasgow. Glasgow. Nah, that makes me feel weird saying it. I feel proper weird. Right, end of the game coming up. 2 minutes to go. RPO, get him down. No, it's Tommy Stevens. I don't know really what I expected there, to be honest with you. Couldn't quite hit LeMay with the check down pass he wanted. 3rd and 12. But you'd like to see them really, whatever happens, go for it on 4th down, I think, as well. Like, no matter whether it's good, bad, or ugly. No overtime. Oh, so it ends in a tie. Interesting. They could just end it in a tie if they want to. Right. Oh, Steven steps up, evades pressure, slings one deep. Oh, is he out? They're ruling out a catch. And Parker, for me, has been one of the more, I don't want to say disappointing receivers, but he hasn't had the game he's wanted until that catch. Yeah. Fair play. Good catch. Now, I'm going to put a mark next to him, but I don't think that's someone I'm going to be taking a massive look at. So, out of Rhode Island, I'm going to put a cross there. I will take a look at him, but he hasn't, all game, he's just, I don't know, it's been a drop or two, little bit inconsistent route running. Right. Okay, so 1 minute 55 to go. Ooh, all right. This is going to be a bit of a tense finishing, isn't it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride to get to this point. And I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how we're going to end. I think, let's go ending. I reckon it's going to be a pick. I don't trust Tommy Stevens. I think it's going to be a pick. I'd love it to be Barku. I'm not sure he's going to get it done. We'll see. Let's see how many likes we're on so far on the video. Let's give it a little bit of a refresh. Still 20. I've just realised how bad my hair is today as well, by the way. I'm very sorry about that. Again, it was raining today, so I just kind of sprinted and my hair got a bit wet. And then this happened. So, normally I make myself look mildly presentable for videos and streams. Today was a bit of a wild card. Oh, it says, a guy to love, Garrett Marino, Wolf, Keith Washington, Jordan Glasgow, and a wide receiver. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd 100% agree with that. They are all getting added to my list of players to watch. I would also add to that, Benjamin Victor. I think he's had a really nice game. DeMarcus Acey had a nice play. Austin Lee, you mentioned. The Titans have been alright. Alex Highsmith, I think, has flashed some really nice traits. He had the spin move earlier on. He's had a sack and a TFL to his name as well, without looking at the stats. So, Highsmith has been nice. But definitely some players to go and look at from this. It's been a fun stream. Been a really fun stream. I didn't know what to expect doing this, and I know, as I said, this is going to be a template for next week, where if you imagine this, right, but next week, where we've got hopefully a lot more players added to player cards and stuff, it's going to be cool. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. But now, has everyone left? The fans left. The stands are empty. There were people there before. I know it's going to be family members and stuff, but you've got a tight finish here. Stick around, see how it goes. 2 minutes to go. This is big time. Right, Benny LeMason running back. I'd like to think they can contain that. Nope, touchdown. Right, okay. Benny LeMay touchdown. I mean, the defensive line there was shocking. It was shocking there. So now 2 minutes to go. West have a chance to go win the game. Is it going to be Mason Fine that leads them? I hope so, because he's definitely been the best, or the most explosive QB, I think. Benny LeMay's been alright. I don't think the Eagles are looking for a running back strictly in the draft or one of that range, so it's not one of major interest. But it was cool. Nice breakout. Definitely boosted his draft stock and got him in some conversations, that's for sure. What if he misses this field goal? Oh, extra point. Why aren't they playing the extra point? What is the... Oh, bad behaviour. Don't like that. Right. West, 2 minutes to go. Can they go and win the game? Probably not. Wow. Okay, so LeMay's had himself a quietly nice game. It's not the first time he's broke off a run. He does keep a low centre of gravity. He can just kind of glide around. It's nice to see. And he loves going up to the camera. He loves that. So that's good, presumably, for something. Coffees for closers? Nah, coffees for openers. Coffees for people who are up at 5 in the morning. Not for people who are closing shop. Closing means you're up at 11, right? Right, here come the West. There's no kickoff, apparently. They're just going to take it at the 20. Mason is back in the game at quarterback and takes a nice pass to Hightower. First down. Okay, right, they're going tempo. All right, this has actually got a bit of interest here. So, Derek, thanks for tuning in, man. Scored 31-27 to the East. The West down by 4. 1:36 to go. Fine dropping back. He's got an out route open. Takes a check down again, and it's another first down. It's the running back that gets it. The man had just recorded a 63-yard rushing touchdown. Robinson. We've got play-by-play, boys. We're getting into that final minute and 20 seconds. Fine, high snap. Oh, did he hang on to that? Okay, that NDSU tight end has got some hands. Parnell Motley couldn't get in and break it. Oh, he did break it up. Never mind. This is why I can't do play-by-play. So nice little just dagger concept there. And yeah, good play by Motley. Breaking that up. Read it well. Comes in. Breaks it up. 2nd and 10, 1:12 and 2 timeouts. Motley is the only DB in FBS with 5+ forced fumbles. That's a good stat to know if you want a physical corner, which is what we know the Eagles want in theirs. Right. Mason Fine back again under pressure. Oh, that was almost picked. Sails over the head of Jones. And now it's 3rd down and 10. Oh, it's Kelly Bryant. It's not Mason. Oh, I beg your pardon. It's Kelly Bryant. No, my bad. Should have noticed the 5-inch height difference. That's on me. Bryant. Bryant, that was just a miscommunication. He wasn't even turned around for that ball. That's a real shame. Right, let's see what happens now. 3rd and 10. Got a big first down. Might as well. Kelly Bryant. Oh, he's under pressure. He's scrambling. He's outside. He's got to make something happen. Throws it. Ah, they're going to have to go for it on 4th down. Did they get it? They say no. Oh, it was. He did get it. Okay, it was supposed to be 4th and short then. Nice pressure from number 93. Terrible pass pressure from 75. And are they ruling that a catch? Wasn't a catch, but all right. I'd say that was that would have been one of those controversial calls that it just wasn't a catch. 4th and 3, game on the line. You'd love to see something here, wouldn't you? I mean, they've got. I wouldn't surprise me if they ran that, but Oh, he's gone for it. He's gone for it. Incomplete. Oh, he gets a flag. Oh, no way. We can't even have a finish and a half. Oh, no. What's that? Let's have it. It says Motley in coverage. Very handsy at the line. Oh, no. There could be an OPI. It might not be DPI. Wow, no play. That's it. Game over. 27 points for the West, and it's not enough. The East are the team that come through big. 54 seconds. Oh, yeah, you never know. They might play a bit. Are they just going to end the game? Is that it? I don't know. Either way, I mean, oh, it's Tommy Stevens. Right, it might not be over. Tommy Stevens is out. Game could be well. It could be. Oh, imagine a pick six here. He's probably just going to kneel it. They've got 2 timeouts. Oh, it's over? Are they calling it? I think it's. Maybe not. I think he just called the ref a coward, though, and that is not a good look. Will Stevens gives a thumbs up, which is brilliantly reassuring for someone, presumably. And they're going to rush. And fumble! No, no fumble. Joking. No fumble. No fumble. So it's an OPI on the North Dakota State tight end Ellison, who just pretty much mauls his corner to the ground. Motley, do you know what? It's been pretty sound in coverage. I know that pass was incomplete, but pressed him well. "47 seconds. 2nd and 8. The clock stopped. Hang on. There might be a game here. He's still chatting with the ref after calling him a coward. College All-Star Games, NFLPA. Yeah, I forgot the NFLPA Bowl. Otherwise, would have done a stream for that as well. But Reese's Senior Bowl will have a big stream with more of these and hopefully other things. Like, you know where we're going with it. You know where we're going. Oh, OBS is frozen. Oh, there we go. Like this one. Look at that. Nick Westbrook, he's a wide receiver, and this is how we talk about him. Look at that. Wow. Well done, Nick. Cool. Stuff like that. But for the Senior Bowl, it will look much more professional. Hopefully a lot more fun. Have like live scores and stuff like that, and stat updates. Oh, he's got the... Did he get that or no? Oh, he did. Wow. That should be end of the game now. LeMay ran. Do you know what? LeMay has run really hard. Really hard. He's actually impressed me. If the Eagles do want a running back, he's getting a little mark because I do think he's run really hard today. That's a lot of... I mean, the cut is nice. Do you know what? I'm not being funny. If the Eagles want to draft a back in the vein of Jordan Howard, he's not the quickest, but that Benny LeMay runs hard. I like that. I think he's done himself a really solid outing. 15 rushes, I should say. 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's had himself a really nice afternoon. 1st and 10. It's probably going to end it. Yeah, going to end it now, isn't it? You going to call the timeout again or just let it roll? I'd let it roll if I were you. But... yep, that's it. Game over. So, the East win... 31-27. Let's go through the sheets of paper we've got and the players we're going to be looking at. Again, there will be an article out on phillysportsnetwork.com shortly after this. Well, that's tomorrow. Surely detailing, you know, the players to look at, who's improved their stock and stuff. If you're not following me on Twitter, at Liam Jenkins PSN. Alright, so Liam Jenkins PSN for Philly Sports Network. The players I'm looking at after this game. So they will be in that article. Wide receiver Malcolm Perry had a really good day. All right, I say really good day. He had one good play, but he burst out, took a quarterback snap, was a former QB at Navy, 2,000 rushing yards, tried out a wide receiver, and had a massive rushing touchdown. The wheels went on for days. I like it. He's getting a second look. QB James Morgan, really liked his play. Think it was fundamentally sound, made all the throws he was asked to, didn't turn the ball over. Outside of that, Eli Wolf, the tight end, excellent. Absolutely excellent from start to finish. As a run blocker, as a receiver, he was dominant early on. Probably the most consistent tight end on the field. Really enjoyed watching him. And running back Benny LeMay, as we just saw then, 15 rushing attempts, 77 yards. That was really cool. Outside of those guys, Parnell Motley on the defensive side of things, I think did really nice things in the back end of that game. I've got Aaron Parker highlighted, but not really sure where I stand. I wanted to see him do a bit more. He caught that huge touchdown, but his run blocking looks like he could use some work. We've got Benjamin Victor, who had an outstanding touchdown catch. Just hops for days. He's 6'4". Absolute monster of a receiver. Was really impressed with him. And James Robinson, the running back, had a nice breakaway run. Ben Ellefson, the tight end, was the one who gave away the pressure or the PI at the end. We've got Austin Lee, the safety, number 23. Jordan Glasgow, another safety, number 29 from Michigan. He was making plays all over the field. Big fan of what he did. He definitely looks like he could fit what the Eagles are looking for. Luke Barkley played all right. DeMarcus AC at cornerback also out of Missouri. Didn't have too bad of a game. The two players that really stood out on defense for me tonight, though, were Garrett Marino out of Alabama and Birmingham. He had a really solid play early on. And Alex Highsmith, who I think pretty much got himself across the board. He had a sack, a TFL, nice spin move. Couldn't really ask for much more than that. And then there was Luther Kirk out of Illinois State, a safety, who also had himself a nice game. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We have had a 3-hour live stream for the East-West Shrine game. I don't know if this sort of thing is up your street, if you enjoy it, if you don't, if you change it. But the fact 14 of you have shared this with me means a hell of a lot. Like, I didn't think we'd get this much, sort of attention on a stream of an East-West Shrine game, because it isn't directly fully related. So thanks for sharing this experience with me. Hopefully we've learned some more about some potential Eagles in the future, and some players that we can now go and watch some tape on as well. So from myself, Liam Jenkins, again, if you want to follow me on Twitter, at Liam Jenkins PSN. The PSN Twitter is listed on the screen. You guys are the best community imaginable. I can't thank you enough for all the support you continue to give Philly Sports Network, especially on a Saturday night when there's a million things to do. You're all here with me. It's been an absolute blessing. I promise I'll get you this article up in the coming, either tonight or tomorrow, just breaking down the players. And I'll see you again soon, next week for a Senior Bowl stream. So if you enjoyed this, we'll see you next week for a Senior Bowl stream.
Less nervous.
Much less.
You had special feelings.
I feel like my heart is beating
Less nervous.